button as well, because we're already
Oh,
2 minutes past.
oh my.
I know. Hello, how are you?
Doing
Look
good.
at you,
Doing good.
HR27.
Yeah. I've been busy.
Jesus,
I
yeah.
I've been rather busy between streams.
Yes, you have. So have I. Let me show you what's new. Over here, you will see that Hinua has been absolutely pillaged of quests, apart from whatever the missing one up in this wee blue tick section is.
I'm a coming.
I have absolutely devastated the village quests, so that's all sorted. It's time now to go into the hub and tackle the game proper.
Yes, because last time, for those who did join us, last time it was low rank quests, which is essentially Monster Hunter's tutorial.
Yeah, it's see when you're new to Monster Hunter, you spend so much time in low rank and you gather all the stuff and you upgrade your armor and you're like, whoa, getting to know the monsters, and you keep getting wiped out, and then suddenly high rank and you're like, whoa my god, what is this? What is this? And then oh, master rank, holy shit, or G rank, or whatever your version is. And
Yeah.
now as somebody who's been in the series for like 15, 16 years now, I'm just like, get me straight to the last tier, please. I'll fight them naked. I don't care.
Fight them naked.
Like, I don't need the armor. I don't care.
So, what's first on the docket tonight, sir?
First is the blue Apex, our first Apex hunt, and that will unlock the high rank as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, so this'll be good. That our first Apex monster would have been was always going to be quite good to see on stream.
Yeah, absolutely, and I've been working a lot. Is there a way that I can see my playtime? How do I see my playtime?
I think it's just on the home screen.
Ah, boo.
What was it at last time you looked?
There you go. No, that's it. Right, I'll just send it without photo. There you go, there's a wee guild card for you. I don't actually know, but I feel like I must be on like 50, 60 hours. Like something like that.
I'm on 40. I'm on 48.
Right, okay, then maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm at like 30.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've put in a lot of time anyway. I've been playing it a lot, done all the village quests. I've been really working with the sword and shield, and I actually quite like it now.
Yeah, I think if you spend enough time with most any weapon, you might develop a bit of a fondness for it.
You say that. I played Rise with a bow and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I tried bow. I just don't like ranged in these games.
Yeah. Although that does lead me to an interesting thing that I've discovered about myself as a Monster Hunter player. So, all this time, for like while we've been playing World, I have been using a hammer. Right? Hammer is what you would call a high risk, high reward weapon, in that you get a lot of damage out of it. You get a lot of stun power out of it. You can even get a shit ton of elemental out of it if you build your set right. But
Yeah.
the thing about hammer is the only time that it is effective is when you are face to face with the monster. Like,
Yep.
you go for headshots. Now, normally, the front of the monster, right by the face, is considered the most dangerous place to be. Hence,
Yeah.
the high risk, but the high reward of the output of the weapon if used efficiently. I got pretty fucking good with my hammer, man. I got pretty fucking good with that hammer. And as such, I learned every fight how to fight the monster face on. So see, now that I'm using the sword and shield and I've got a bit of chopping power,
Yeah.
I've realised I don't know how tails work. So
Yeah.
I keep getting hit by like daft wee moves that if I was at the face I would have been able to dodge, but because I was at the tail I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Just think of it as a sort of longer, slimmer head that you can attack from the side.
Sure. Oh, let me
So-
get a picture of that.
So this is a rampage. So we are going to need to go and prepare the arena.
Alright, let's get ourselves ready. Hey Bebop, how we doing? So tonight as well I have quite a few. Well, I've got one thing that I want to go through that's really interesting, and a few little things I picked up just before. But yeah, as well as that, we also have the Monster Hunter movie to go through. I watched it again since we watched it. What a pile of shit it is. Fuck me, I just can't. Do you know what happened the second time?
What happened the second time?
Got worse.
It got worse?
Yeah. Can you believe
how
that?
How did it get worse the second time?
Because I wasn't... Like, I knew what was coming, so I could look at the things that the screen wasn't directing me to look at this time. You know, like, things happen, like the monster pops up and your eyes are immediately drawn to that. Whereas this time around I was like, alright, what was behind the monster, what was around it, what the fuck was going on under it? And you just see so much more jank.
Right, I think that's us tapped. There is a ballista over here where I'm standing, and there is one,
There's one here.
over right on the other side as well, which are both... Oh, you got one right there too. Cool.
Yeah.
That's good, that's good. So... Got a little bit, just a short dying seconds before the horde actually arrives. The apex is kind of scary when it appears the first time.
To be honest, I don't even remember doing apexes.
Okay, here we go.
Alright. Let's get to it. So what do you think the last title update for Sunbreak is going to be? I'm going to end up getting Sunbreak as soon as it goes on sale. I've decided.
It's going to be the reveal of, like, the ultimate boss monster for this game.
Yeah. It's going to be this game's Fatalis.
Yeah. And it's kind of making me think, like, what's that going to be like? Because the one thing that people are hinting at is that, you know, it could be a variant on the cover art monster, Malzeno.
Yeah.
And Malzeno is a kind of interesting prospect because, yeah, he's a new Elder Dragon, but he's not had a variant, which is unusual because even Nergigante got Ruiner. So yeah, I think we do stand a chance of seeing a powered up Malzeno. We might get something else entirely. Who knows? But whatever it is, it's going to be serious. It's going to be like a proper. It has to be because it's the send off of Sunbreak in the same way that Fatalis was the send off of Iceborne.
Oh god, what a send-off. That fight was perfect. It really was, start to finish, just a pure hype engine. There were so many cool things about it, so many parts of the fight. So even the little parts where you were like, you essentially had to take a break from the fight to do something, didn't get annoying because they were just so well done.
Right, counter signal, let's get in there.
Let's go! Let's do this! As soon as one of you fucks goes down, you're getting ridden into battle. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here, but I can't hit any of it. Oh no, our barrier's down. Perry! Perry, you fuck! Get back here. Oh shit, Dragonator unlocked, Defender Cannon unlocked, Dragon Bait unlocked, we're doing well.
I'm on Izuchi. Let's get it!
Right, I'm trying to stop Perry from breaking down the next gate. Aye, that's what I thought. He did? Aye. Top banana, who's this coming? Oh, don't you think you can get away with trying to thwart our defences? Silly Izuchi. So, do you have anything to kick us off this week while we're in the fray?
So, with just the you know, you were saying like just before the stream, like you didn't have a wipe yet, like no like triple carts.
Yes.
I have.
Oh.
But that was against something that I was kind of checking out because I wanted to see what the quest meant in terms of advanced, because there are high rank quests that are advanced.
Right.
And turns out, yeah, there's quite a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, like fighting in advanced quests is very different.
Right, okay, I'll look forward to doing that. 'Cause I feel like this is going to be the big push now. We're going to get high rank tonight, we'll fight some high rank shit, we'll try and push through, and then we'll have probably one of us doing like the big bads at the end of the game. And the advance, maybe some arena, we could do some arena at some point, that'd be fun.
Yeah, arena would be good. So we will need a stick on a cannon for yourself, because the cannons have been unlocked.
I'll do it.
And I'll stick a cannon there.
Let's get some defenders in place with more than ballistae.
Yep. We've got a front row.
Go right, you've got the cannons up. What else we got? We've got dragon bait, we've got Fugin.
Yes, we could stick Fugin down. If he could be up next to the gate, I'll stick him there.
Cool. Good plan. Fugin heads into battle. And who else have we got? We got one more. We'll plant them back here just in case.
Yeah,
dragon bait.
Yeah, that will slow something down. I do have another bamboo bomb that I freed up to put Fugin down, so I might put that down.
Yeah, put that there just as the final wee.
Yeah.
Boss.
Okay, looking good, and there might be shiny pickups on the ground. I don't know if you picked up any.
I did actually. I'm just checking to see. Yep, I've got an ice barrel bomb. Let's go.
Right, I'm gonna stick
Water bomb. Horde mode's cool.
Okay.
Like, I like Horde mode. Obviously, if you overdo it, it would just absolutely obliterate the fun for it, but I like Horde mode. Nice shot, goddamn. The fuck was that?
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it's a kazoo.
Delete the files. Holy shit, we're unlocking stuff now, boys. This Apex has got no chance. He's going to be going up against all the might of, like, the UN's arsenal. Or Metal Gear.
That spitting wyvern shot thing that you get near the end, that's kind of like that's like some heavy ordnance.
My installation's down, I gotta move to another.
Oh
god, right, what we got? When's the counter signal going?
So the counter signal is usually on the last wave of any given round.
Oh. Ho ho. Give me your
There is a gong you can ring further down, which is like you get it for like 60 seconds.
Yeah, I know the one you mean. I just never know when to actually use that.
We'll probably use it during the Apex once or twice.
Damn it, fuck.
When he actually appears.
Right, when's the next wave coming?
Yeah, here they come.
Oh fuck, they're here already. They're already among us. Fuck.
Here's the boss suit.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now feels like a really good. Oh
Count a
yes.
second, yeah.
Let's go. God, Monster Hunter is so fucking good. I love this game. I love this series. It's got to be one of the best series ever.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, the Monster Hunter World might now be probably one of my all-time favorite games.
It really takes the crown for like fun with friends. The game. Like, I really don't know what could top that at this point, except for maybe World 2. In terms of like,
Yeah.
it never felt as good doing something like, you know, like when you're playing like a shooting game or like a fighting game. Like, I've had some really good 1v1 fights. You know, I've had some really good fights in games where it's been like a 3v3, but it's still just you versus another player. Had some really good wins in, you know, all sorts of online competitive games. There is nothing that feels quite as good as just saddling up with the buddies and going for a hunt against something insanely strong and using just awesome teamwork and these cool ass fucking weapons and coordination and a hell of a lot of luck and coming out on top, man. It's just, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's like a kill it. Delete its files.
I just deleted that second one.
Oh shit, the counter signal's a bit weird off. Nice.
There we go. We pelled.
Alright, let's get the heavy ordnance up now.
Yeah, we've got to have some auto wyvern shot now. We should put that up by the second gate.
Right, I'll leave those to you.
Right, I'll get them.
I'll get this bit sorted. What have we got? We've got mountable
Wyvern
machine
fire,
cannons.
there we go.
Right, we want mountable machine cannons. That's fucking hype. Review. Put in an auto. No, I'm going to put in a mountable machine cannon here as well. Just for when that other one gets destroyed. You've got a ballista. What's this up here?
But yeah, what I was just gonna say to like kind of kick us off tonight anyway was yeah, I've like kind of 100% kind of fell in love with this game again. Like I did like tons and tons like in between streams, not because like I felt like I had to, but just because I wanted to.
Yeah, that's kind of how I ended up unlocking this hunt. Like, it was just, I was sitting there looking like, oh, I've got a full run of Doom left to do, I've got some Sackboy stuff left to do, but I just want to play Monster Hunter. It's just, I just love this series, man. And yeah, like, there was something about it on the Switch that I think was what wasn't gelling with me before. But now that it's came home, it's on PlayStation, I feel pretty damn good about it.
Yeah. And it just like, I don't know, like I think something must have happened in the in between stages, and they must have like polished it up a wee bit, because I do know what you mean. Like, it did seem a little bit janky here and there. Oh yeah, I love the machine gun.
Yeah. Right, where are they coming from? Oh, there they go, here they come. Show me what you got. Oh, you do not have enough Daka Daka. Get back here. Yoink! Oh man, this thing is satisfying. That's the thing about Rampage, the progression through it is satisfying, going from the ballista to the cannon to this. He had no chance, man.
We are keeping it very, very tight.
Oh shit, here he comes. Here he is. Where is he?
Oh shit! My installations!
Mine's still fine.
Right.
I think I'm out of range. Yeah, I'm out of range.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I'm coming. Holy shit, he means business, doesn't he?
How about we get... Oh no, we got a counter signal already. Okay, that's fine.
Holy fuck, he's not messing around.
No, he is not.
Hey, get back here, you big asshole.
So there will be opportunities to set up auto-defensive stuff when we get here. The gate can handle it, so don't worry too much about it, but...
Are you sure about that?
Yep.
Right, okay, setting up. Defender cannons are up.
Right.
I'll leave the weapon fire to you.
Yep. Doing one either
sushi.
side of the gate. Right, that's him at the gate now, so...
Oh my fucking god, he's just destroying everything. He's an animal. And he hits hard.
He do.
Holy dick and balls. Oh my god, that may be dead here. That's cool. The wire bug came back. Holy shit, man. Utsushi heads into battle! So I have a couple of things for us tonight before I get into my main story, and the main one is, it's a saga. It's a tale. Probably going to take like an hour to tell.
Okay.
But I'm very excited about it.
I'm into it.
First thing I've got for us, not very big, but Capcom put out a poll asking, what would you like us to remake next?
Huh.
The list was completely segregated to just Resident Evil games. They want to know which Resident Evil you want next.
Specifically Resi.
Yeah, and I think that's because, you know, they've done 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and 4, so people might expect them to do 5, and it's like, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to do that. Even though 5 did sell quite well, it does have that reputation, and I just don't think a remake could quite capture the jank majesty of 5 and 6. Like, it really was just a weird time to be a Resident Evil fan, wasn't it?
Right. Sure is, man. So I'm going to put Yumogi back here because she is actually a cannon.
Oh, nice. Just noticed the counter signal isn't up, so I'm just going to get back on this.
Right.
Oh, never mind, there we go.
Okay, I am going to unleash hell. If I can find the button. There's the button. Cover your eyes, folks.
Oh god, I'm in the middle of it. Holy shit! How am I alive? That was, what the fuck was that?
That's the spitting wyvern shot.
Right.
They've got a bit more imaginative than the Dragonator these days.
Yeah, that's pretty intense, that's pretty hardcore. Yeah, so Capcom put this poll out. Which Resident Evil game would you like to see remade next? There's one correct answer.
I suppose it's got to be one of those, like, kinda intermediary ones that people don't know as well. What one of them was the good one?
Code Veronica.
Yeah, that's...
Please remake Code Veronica. Please.
I knew it was Veronica something. I just didn't.
Please.
I just didn't know.
Believe it or not, as cool as Leon is, I actually like Claire more. So any game where Claire's the pro tag, gimme, 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 gimme. She's my favourite of the Resident Evil crew. Love Leon, but Claire's my favourite. But anyway, did I ever tell you about the Resident Evil podcast that I listened to?
Don't think so.
Okay, I tried to listen to this podcast once, right? I just finished with the Pale Blood Hunt for like the 12th time, and I was like, I wonder if there's other video game things like this that are equally as good. So I looked into it, and one popped up for Resident Evil, and I was like, alright, cool, I like Resident Evil, let's listen to that. Oh shit. What the hell was that? did like a Titan descend onto the battlefield there?
That was me unloading.
Oh.
Come and carve a piece of his ass.
Nice, good job.
Yeah, I learned some new tricks as well.
Okay.
So like you get you have you gotten switch skills yet?
Yes, that is what allows me to now jump into the air and slam down with my shield.
Yeah, so later on we will get quests from Master Utsushi, which will give you more switch skills for your sword and shield.
Yes.
So we will have to do them.
Sick.
So you can get them. I've done mine. I've got the ones for the charge blade and the great sword that I want.
Nice, yeah, I'll get on the sword and shield and the hammer ones. So, listen to this podcast. 3 hosts, right?
Okay.
And they decide to go through their... Just out of curiosity, what Resident Evil media have you consumed? What's your experience with Resi?
So I played... Oh, S rank. I played the original trilogy on PlayStation, and then Code Veronica I didn't play. What was the first person one? That Survivor?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I've done that one. And I have played a fair bit of Resident Evil 5 because a friend of mine got it at lunch and wanted to play co-op and didn't really have anyone else to play with, so a whole load of us got together. We all went round to his house one afternoon and we rotated.
Look at that fucking thing.
What thing?
On the screen? On the stream?
Oh, right, okay, right, hold on, let me open the thing again. Was it the thing coming down from the top of the screen?
Yeah, the Ibushi.
Ah, yes. We will come to know him very well in this stream.
Excellent. Yeah, so here's my experience with Resident Evil, right? If I say any that you've also played and just forgot about, just let me know. So I played Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 when they came out.
Mm-hmm.
I played Resident Evil 4 when it came out. I played Resident Evil Code Veronica on the Dreamcast at a friend's house and loved it, and then got it on the PlayStation when it was ported over. Birdweather Gem, sick. I played Resident Evil 5 when it came out, 6. I have played Resident Evil Survivor, Outbreak File 2, Umbrella Chronicles, which was the rail shooter on the Wii. I've read 2 of the Resident Evil novels. I've seen all of the movies. I've watched all of the shitty TV shows and all of the animations. I've played the fucking board game. And I would not consider myself an expert in the Resident Evil lore. So the 3 hosts
even after all that.
even after all that. So the 3 hosts of the podcast come out and they give their expertise. One of them has played Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2 remake, and has seen maybe 3 of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
One of them has only seen the movies, and one of them has only just heard about Resident Evil.
Right.
I was like, get the fuck out of here, I'm not listening to this podcast, you guys know nothing.
So, I've just noticed, by the way, is your dog armoured, or is that a layered armour you've got on?
Nah, he's probably naked.
Okay, we need to armour your dog.
Okay.
Do you like my dog this week? I swapped out Amaterasu for a more modern.
Yeah, is that a Horizon crossover?
No, that is the armor set that you get when you use the Almudron scraps.
Oh, cool.
You get a cyberpunk earwig hound.
That's pretty sick.
That's also kind of a bike.
Right, there we go. I've got extra stuff. Decorations are unlocked, so I'll get in about that in between streams. And now I've unlocked a new tier of stuff and things, and I can already upgrade into the next step of Defender. Let's go.
I think I'm a wee bit off. I think if we fight some gnarly cougar tonight, I might get the bits.
Oh my god, I'd love to fight some gnarly cougars.
So I'm going for the Narga Cougar, a charge blade, but it has a really rare part that's not dropped for me. The desire sensor has been strong.
Ah, I see. Right, let's see if we can get some Palamute equipment. Yeah, because it looks like I've only got... No, he's equipped with some armor, it's just not very good. Oh, it's the scraps that I need, that's my problem.
Yeah, so if you go on to something in Buddy Smithy, it will usually give you the opportunity to make scraps.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry, I got this. I'm going to make sure my boy's got some real good stuff. Come here, little Kanan. Oh, yeah. He looks badass.
The next costume, which I think I want to have for next week, is the Basilgeuse one.
Nice, excellent. Right, that's them all geared up and ready. Let's head back out and see about getting us onto some hunts. Too bad my copy's on Switch. Could have joined you guys. Yeah, man, it's a real shame that it's not got crossplay. I've got it. We both have it on Switch, so we can play together at some point. And if it goes on sale again, I highly recommend getting it on the PlayStation as well, just because the experience transfers over, and I think it's better. I'm just throwing that out there. Speaking of putting armor on your mount, Diablo 4's out.
Yes, horse armor.
Horse armor, but unironically.
Yep.
What are they at? What are your thoughts on horse armor?
I mean,
I had no idea Todd Howard worked at Blizzard. That's wild. That's crazy. Have you ever seen Todd Howard and Bobby Kotick in the same room? Bobby
I don't
Caustic.
think. Yeah, exactly. So the man has a corrosive blight.
There we go. Right, let's see what we've got. Alright, we've got a few...
Diablo's Hound, I like it.
Yeah. Right, we have a few kind of jobber ones to go through first before we can unlock something fun, so let's get in about them. First thing we'll fight, we'll just take out this Azuchi, we'll get through the easy ones.
Cool.
Get to the next rank and start getting a gnarly cougar. Oh shit, I think I left without you.
It's okay, I will join as soon as I am able. It'll be as soon as you get past the loading screen, pretty much.
I was too eager. So yeah, Diablo 4's came out, we've got a $70 redo game with a $25 redo DLC already for one character, and you can get a $15 redo horse armor.
Oh.
Holy shit. They it appears that they took the lessons that they wanted to from Diablo Immortal, which was just do it, they will pay.
Yeah.
And yeah, they are just literally just like Blizzard are going to show up at your account store, and there's going to be some fine print where it's just like they can ask for the shirt off your back at any notice.
Yeah, it's like written into the depths of the customer service agreement.
Yeah, exactly. It's like by buying our product, we are allowed to show up at your house and demand blood. We are allowed to go into your fridge and take all your milk. You're just going to be at home one day, and it's going to be just this dystopian nightmare. This guy in a Blizzard
And if we,
uniform.
yeah, if we turn up at your house and ask to use the bathroom, you can't say no.
Yeah, you're going outside in the morning. You got your cup of coffee. You got your little gaff jacket on. You're all sleepy. You go outside. You're just about to pick the paper up from the side of the road, and then all of a sudden, it's the Blizzard man comes by. Morning, neighbour. Picks up your paper, jogs away with it. You're like, oh goddamn, the Blizzard guy.
It's Bobby's world. We just live in it.
It really is. It really, really is. You come home and you find the Blizzard guy outside the house just talking to Emma, and you can see he's standing just a little bit too close. Blizzard guys like that, you know. Don't trust him. Don't invite him to the barbecues. He'll come anyway.
Gonna feel sorry for this Izuchi.
Aye, it's more like an Izuchi now. No, nothing for that one? Alright, okay. Alright. But yeah, so I'm not impressed with these practices.
I have at a certain point when we get to, I think it's maybe Hunter rank 6, we will start getting invading monsters.
Oh, nice.
And there is one invading monster that I love to abuse in this game more than any other.
Oh dear.
So you can look forward to Rock'em Sock'em Rajang.
Oh fuck. No thanks. I don't wanna. Not Furious George. He's so angry.
Yeah, he will be a feature of our high rank hunts most likely.
Oh no, not the Great Uzaru. Tasty Saiyan monkey. I need that on a sound file. I need Frieza saying filthy Saiyan monkey. God, that Frieza clip is just made for that fucking monster. Oh no. Oh my god, somebody come and kick me in the shin.
It's alright, I'll tank him.
We're good. There's some sharp. The sword and shield has got shit sharpness. I need some gems and shit to make sure that I don't lose sharpness. God, the difference between low rank and high rank for the health pools is noticeable, eh?
Yeah, definitely. The other thing that like I've started like working on like decorations and stuff. There's so like I now know which build I'm gonna go for.
Right.
So I can nerd out a little bit in that department if you like.
That's my plan between this stream and next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna become the deco god.
I'm going to be an affinity god in this game.
Oh, nice.
Because see that Narga that Narga weapon for the charge blade, the maxed out one has 40% affinity.
Ooh.
Which for those of you who don't know, you'll see on the screen, like when Dargo hits the monster, the little numbers will pop up. Now, if they hit a weak point, they'll show up orange. If they hit a non-weak point, they show up grey. Affinity adds a percentage to the damage that you do to weak points. So, like, if I get up to like something stupid, like 80% affinity, I'll get like 80% more damage on those weak points.
That can really stack up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you're going to be a damage monster. Hey, Arzuros!
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Oh bother.
Oh bother, don't worry, I got this. Where's this Arzuros? Come here, little bear. There you go, sir. Or no, I'll take him actually.
Oh, you
My
take
bear.
him. You take him.
My bear. I'm gonna get the kill. Me.
Race ya.
Oh my god, I did.
Hey, nice.
Oh shit. I didn't expect to actually do it.
So yeah, we're gonna be. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of. We're gonna be seeing a. We're gonna see a lot of sudden deaths tonight just because of the damage output.
Yeah. Oh man, that felt good. That was tasty. It's the difference of having Bone Dog. Again, Monster Hunter is such a weird game though, that's the only thing. There's one setup in this game that is terrible. Right? If you're playing by yourself, the game is fine.
Yeah.
If you're playing with two people, the game is absolute peak performance. If you're playing with four people, fucking god tier peak performance. If you're playing with three people, you are one man short with no palicos.
Yep.
It's not ideal. I wish there's got to be some way they can make three players have just a wee bit of an advantage to make it fair.
Yeah, they pushed them to the top of the join requests.
Jesus.
Oh, Bird Wyvern Gem.
Very nice, very nice. Right, do you have anything for us before I get into the main event story?
No, you go for it, mate.
Right, okay. So, this is kind of an older story. Oh no, actually wait, I've got one more. I don't know all the details of this one, so I'll just tell you the things that I know from on the surface. There was a bit of drama with the League of Legends Pro circuit recently.
Yeah, I did hear about this. A little. I heard that there was trouble. I didn't hear what was at the root of it.
So my understanding of it was that the way that things have been working with this particular team, they've got like a major league and a minor league, and the minor league was essentially hemorrhaging money for the company. Because you know the state of esports is in decline anyway. League of Legends has been out for a long time. It's quite an old game, so there's a good chance that you know the player base, the drop off, the viewership, it's not all there. So these guys said, right, if you are going to make any decisions regarding either of the leagues, funding, etc., etc., you have to consult us.
Right.
Oh shit! I just realised I was watching it. Chat. Hello, sir. I'm going to tell your story in a wee bit. Stick around if you're still here. Yeah, so the League of Legends thing. So they came forward and they said, please don't make any decisions without us. And Riot Games, who own League of Legends, said, yep, sure, no problem, we won't. And then what did they do? They made a decision without consulting anybody. They decided that the minor league was just going to get axed because it's costing too much for them to keep it going. You know, it's not viable. Fair enough, really. And the players went, oh, is that right? Well, not only are we not going to play at the tournament that is scheduled very, very soon, but we are going to come back with a list of demands, 5 demands. Those are going to include such things as the major and minor league have to both be funded with a pot of $300,000 each so that everybody can get a salary, and they want to basically make their leagues run the same way that like European football works with like relegations.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so like a major league and a minor league, and if the minor league team wins, they get brought up to the top, and whoever loses gets put down to the minor league.
It's like top 2 and bottom 2.
Yeah, exactly right. So they were wanting to do stuff like that. I can't remember the other demands, but Riot Games were basically just like, oh right, okay. Right, let us have a wee think about that. Right, so we've thought about it, and basically, you guys, you can pick it. You can do a wee what's the word I'm looking for here? A strike. You can do a strike if you want, but we're just going to contractually force all of the secondary players to participate in your place, which will force them to cross a picket line, which means that your union will basically drop them. So it was a really bad place to put anybody, and so the players decided, no, we can't have that. They all banded together. There's no possible way we're going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. We don't agree with you. So as far as I'm aware, Riot Games just went, right, actually we've had to think about it, and instead of this Pro League shite, we've just opened up the tournament to literally end it with a computer at home. So our tournament went from having just yous as entries to having everybody as entrants, and now our viewership's massive because everybody's in it. And I've not heard anything since, but I think the players might be a wee bit like, ah, shit. Just is what it is, isn't it?
I guess so. But yeah, like I'd heard like a lot of the esports like just might be getting, just kiboshed for this year.
Well, I mean, the thing is, esports was largely funded by like mad investors that somehow, like, during like the crypto boom, esports kind of piggybacked off it, and they were like, yeah, esports is going to be huge, so all these big like investor moguls decided to invest heavily in esports, thinking that it was going to really kick off and it would end up being like an Olympic level event. And obviously that's not the way it's went, because most esports is kind of boring.
Yeah.
The only esports I actually enjoy watching is fighting games.
Yeah, because it's like head to head, it's tense.
Yeah, it's 1v1 and I can understand what's actually happening on the screen. League of Legends, it's just like 6 dickheads all running about in circles, picking things up and shooting wee beams at each other, and I'm like, yeah, go team, I guess. You don't know what's happening. It's like watching like a Call of Duty tournament as well. You can only ever watch one guy at a time, right? It's not like you get a team view, you can only watch one guy's perspective. It's just not made for like a mainstream viewership the same way that like football is. You can get a clear shot of the pitch and it's just two teams going up and down, left and right, just trying to put one thing into the back of another thing. Whereas,
the only other esport thing that I've ever like watched at all was Overwatch. I played Overwatch for a very, very short space of time, and like during that time there was like an esport event on, and they were doing like if you watched like the esports of the game for like X amount of minutes, they would like give you like free boxes to open.
Oh, yeah, that's how you do it.
So basically, what like me and like the other folk who would play, we would just like have like we'd have like the esports thing open and like playing, but we'd like have it like on the other screen, or like have it on our phone or whatever, but still be signed into the same account.
Nice. Last year for Evo, Florin came over and we had a projector playing Tekken on the wall, the TV with Multiverses, another wee TV with Mortal Kombat, and our phones with the side events that were going on, and we were just watching every fight. It was great. We had a great time.
But yeah, like the I suppose like the kind of the compelling part of watching that was like obviously people would play as specific characters, and some of these characters would work better with others, and so they would almost like there was almost like an American football style playbook in places.
Yeah.
Like whether like one group was going to do like a shield rush, or like flanking the other team or whatever. So yeah, there was a degree of tactics, and you could see more than one player at a time because you could just watch it third person.
I'm sure like here's the thing, right? I'm sure that if you understand what's happening on the screen, it's very compelling. Chess has a following. There are chess spectators out there that understand the game, but I don't understand the game. So whenever I see somebody playing chess, they'll move a piece the crowd will be like, ooh, and I'll be like, the fuck is that? Yeah. Who are you cheering for? What side gained an advantage from this? And I feel like that's how the casual viewer would see something like League of Legends. If you don't understand what the fuck's happening in front of you, why do you care what is happening in front of you? You don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this great baggie that I've been fighting is a bit smaller.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I've been beating the shit out of him.
Looks like we may have a gold crown something here. Oh damn it, I didn't get an outie punish off in time.
Where are you going? I'm on the big one.
Alright, I guess I'll go to the little one then.
Split up and look for clues.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer.
Alright, main event. So this came from my old man. I was over seeing him the other day and he told me about this thing that was going on. I'd never heard of it. And I looked into it, and it's because it was largely missed by the kind of news, like the gaming news community, but I think this is a pretty big deal after looking into it. So, I'll give you how it was presented to me and then take you through the journey of discovery.
Okay.
Right, so the way it was presented to me was, you've heard of Ark Survival, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, you know, I like the concept.
It is cool. I actually, if you want to, experience it without directly endorsing the game, I have a series on YouTube that I've never played the game, but I really enjoy watching because the guys on it are really funny.
Excellent, yeah. I mean, I've actually got it. It was one of the free games.
Yeah, they give you the base game, but there's like a bunch of expansions.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was told that there was some shenanigans going on with the devs in a PvP server. You know?
Oh, really?
Wee bit of favoritism going on, some saucy stuff, some spicy stuff. And that in itself would have been quite interesting and quite like, you know, that in itself is a story, but I decided, right, I'm going to have to investigate this further. So I went looking online, looking on the YouTube. I'd been sent a link to the video that my dad had watched for his information on it. So I watched that first, and that just gave me more questions. So in the interim, I went and watched pretty much everything that I can find on YouTube about it, which is not much because the only people that seem to be reporting on it were basically the people involved. And like
right.
2 or 3 other kind of people that follow Ark closely, like Ark's their thing.
Yeah.
But like like Young didn't say anything about it. I checked, there was no Angry Joe Show news about it. There was nothing coming out of like Moist Critical. None of the major players that normally cover stuff like this even seem to know about it.
Yeah.
And I really think if people did, they would be talking about it more because it's pretty shady. So, how do you want the timeline? Do you want the timeline the way that I discovered it, so it plays out like a Metal Gear game and you're getting all the pieces fragmented and you have to remember stuff and you go, oh, no way, okay. Or do you want it just chronologically? Like
I can handle a bit of plot twists.
Alright.
I can handle that shit.
Alright, we'll do it the Metal Gear way.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Sure our audience are intelligent enough for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess it depends how much of it. Right, never mind. So... The way it was worded to me, and the way it was presented in the first video was that there is a clan. So, you have PvP servers in Ark, right?
Yeah.
And in Ark, the PvP seems to work in a sense of like you get a group, like a free company from Final Fantasy XIV, or a guild from Warcraft, you know, something like that. And this is, I think it's your tribe.
Yeah.
Okay? So you have your tribe, and you and your tribe work together to gain resources, manufacture stuff, build up your defenses. You can go and attack other people's tribes for resources.
Yeah, that's why they have Vin Diesel in the second one, because it's all about family. Family is everything.
The second what?
All right, come on. You've not discovered the whole Ark Survival 2 thing that's been happening as well. Oh, I might have something to contribute after all.
No, don't worry. I know there's been Arc 2 shenanigans. I'll get to that. That's part of
All
the.
right.
That's the Metal Gear Solid 3 section of the story where we go back to before the events and take a look at how we got here.
But yeah, the yeah, Vin Diesel has been mocapped and face animated for Arc 2.
Wow.
Yeah, the footage is deeply unsettling.
Vin Diesel's deeply unsettling now. He used to be so cool. What happened? What happened? What happened?
What happened?
Anyway,
Nah, he lost all credibility for me as soon as I found out about the. As soon as I found out about the contractually cannot lose fights thing.
yeah, that kind of ruins. Yeah, that really does ruin it. Like as soon as you find out that they're contractually obligated to win every fight they're in, it's like,
Oh shit!
not that cool.
I just got a sort of quest hunt ping, an urgent hunt.
Okay.
I don't think you can come on this one, but we'll save it for later.
Okay.
I've just been tasked with Kushala.
Oh shit. That's a big bitch.
Yeah, that's some serious dragon.
Yeah, that's some shiny dragon too. Right, I'm just gonna jump to the toilet before we continue the story. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so I might have something to contribute after all because I've been kind of on and off following the Arc 2 stuff and some of the stuff about the just the way that the developers have handled certain things. It's kind of funny, but also, well, kind of funny, but also kind of not so great for the people who were looking forward to the game. So how are we all? I hope we're all well on this Tuesday evening. Back for more Monster Hunter. I wonder how many quests we'll get through tonight because I'm a decent hunter right now. I've had a few extra quests this week, so I think I'll be able to carry us through.
Alright, I'm back. Let's get
And
into
we're
this
back.
proper. Alright, so in this story there was two tribes. So there is tribe 1, our heroes of the story. They are known as the Island Boys, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Island Boys are no ordinary team, alright? This isn't just a bunch of assholes that spend their time playing Ark in some Discord server thinking they're hot shit when they're not shit. Alright? This is an invitation only guild that has got about 200 people in it, and they are all vetted to make sure they are of caliber, they are not cheaters, and most of them stream and record their gameplay and make footage about it. Like these guys are these are the serious guys, these are the big boys. And then the villains of the story, they're a group called TEA, as in the drink.
Right, okay.
Okay, so our boys, the Island Boys, decided that they were going to go and raid T. They were going to go and take out one of their facilities and pilfer their stuff and just kind of, assert some dominance, slap a little meat down on the table and show them who's daddy.
Okay. Decided to send a message.
They did, yeah. They were gonna go over and see what was so scary about Big Bag Tea. It was tea time, and they wanted a fresh cup. This is terrible, man. This is why nobody watches me. Anyway, So fucking Jesus. So they go over, they attack these guys, they absolutely slam hammer them, and the server shuts down.
Oh,
And the server rolls back to before the assault.
okay.
And T have got all their resources back. And it's a bit sus.
Oh,
Thought, thoughts so far?
so there could be. So I see what you mean now about favoritism. By the way, Keizo is to the south, so I'm heading there.
Oh yeah, we're fighting him.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm coming.
I might have rattled him enough to move him, depending on how unaware I catch him right now.
Don't worry, I'm a coming. I've got my Barbie, I'm making my way.
But yeah, so yeah, I know what you mean now about like favoritism. I wasn't sure what you'd meant by that
Yeah.
at first.
So, on the surface it looks as if the devs might be favouring this T group and, you know, just rolling stuff back so they don't lose anything in the fray.
Yeah.
Judo kick. Judo pick. Judo pick. Yeah, so I decided to look into it more. I looked into it and I got a few perspectives, and then I decided to just watch the raw footage from the people that were participating in the event. And it is so much worse than it was presented on the surface. So, let me give you a breakdown, the timeline of events, what happened in sequence from all the footage that I've watched so far and gathered.
Okay.
Alright. So, it started very early on in the day. Our heroes banded together, there was probably about 8 to 12 of them, right? One of them was Scottish,
Right.
but he had one of those like high-pitched nasally voices, so watching him he was like, oh right, okay, I'm gonna be good, right, okay, no you're picking me, and it's like, oh Jesus, why was it one of you? Couldn't it be somebody that was like, alright lads, you know, you couldn't get like a Sean Connery impersonator griefing online, it had to be one of them. But anyway, so about 8 to 12 of them got together in the morning and they decided that they were going to attack this T group. They'd heard stories about them and they'd had enough, right? But we'll get to that in the Metal Gear Solid 3 section. This is us on Metal... We've done... Yeah, the first one was Metal Gear, we've done Metal Gear 2, we're on Metal Gear Solid. Now, this is the meat of the story. Right? So... our boys decide to send out a scout. They start preparing. They know it's going to be a hard battle because these guys are a pretty big deal. So they go on stream. They're all streaming to each other. They're all on the Discord. All the footage is recorded. They start fabricating items and getting ready for the coming hunt. They start. Some of them are working on like gathering resources. Some of them are out hunting bosses for specific parts. Some of them are you know, working together to like make stuff and place them and build units, and some of them, I think 2 of them, decide to go out scouting and check out the enemy, see what they're up against. Right? So they get their flying mounts, they go in, they pull out the old binoculars, and they take a look. And what they see is a goddamn fortress. Now the way I believe items work in the game, from what I've learned from studying this, is that, like most games, the items have rarities, and those rarities determine how good the stats on an item can be rolled, and all the items will be rolled different. Therefore, getting high rarity items with really good stats on them is rare. You know, it's really hard to do. They're very highly sought after. These guys had a mansion where, like a fortress, a castle, or stronghold, whatever you want to call it, where every one of their facilities had some of the best upgrades and equipment attached to them that you could possibly find in the game. So good that if you were to find one of them, that's me dead. So good that if you were to find one of them, it would be incredible. If you were to find 2 of them, it would be insane. The Scottish guy whose footage I was watching, he has a total of 25,000 hours in Ark since its release in 2015. and he has not got a single item that is the same as the ones these guys have. Like, he's got some really good stuff, some really, really high-end stuff, but he's not got anything with perfect stats like these guys have. And they had it on most every structure.
Right.
Right? So right away, very suspicious. This particular team, if you look into them, they seem to have a history of duping, of aimbots, of doing all sorts of stuff just to get an advantage. But we'll get to that. So our boys go in scouting and they see this, and the scouting party, oh no, they've been spotted. So they get out of there, they retreat back to the fortress, they say they know they're coming, they know we're onto them, they know we've been looking at them, they're probably going to send some units out. And sure enough, we get another report back that, yep, there's units on the move, they've sent out a small party, they're coming to attack the base. So our boys decide, right, alright, this is it. Saddle up everybody, we're gonna have to defend ourselves. So they go in, they don't know what they're up against. But they see that the enemies have got some really tough units. One of the units in particular is called a Giga, and I think you can only have a very limited number of them in a party, maybe one, from what I'm seeing. Like,
Yes, it's a Giganotosaurus, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a general unit, you know, that's like your battlefield commander unit, essentially.
Yeah.
That was mounted by one of their players, who you would assume would be their raid commander, or if not, then just their brutal heavy, whoever he was. Watching the footage, our boys have a really good raid leader. He really knows. Now, have you been in a situation where you've been in a raid party on a really high-end raid and you've had to use really precise coordination, and it's been beneficial to have a raid leader?
I don't think so. But like I can see how, you know, like people, like I can see how people would you know, would choose to do that with this game.
Yeah, so I've been a part of that before with Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
Stuff like Turnile T9 Binding Coil back in the day was particularly like mechanic heavy, so it was really beneficial to have somebody. We had a great raid leader when we were doing it, but it was really beneficial to have somebody calling out exactly what was about to happen mechanically, like in, out. You mark this one, you mark that one, tank this, we're about to get this to spawn in, everybody remember to do this. So these guys had a really coordinated raid leader, and you know, having been part of that kind of environment on FF14, I can tell from the way he was saying it and what he was doing, it was all legit. Like, there was no, if this was bullshit and these guys were using aimbot or some shit like this, there is no goddamn way this guy's that good an actor to be able to keep up on it in real time like that. It was happening. And like I say, every one of these guys that was on the raid was streaming their stuff. They showed their setup. There was no aimbots, there was no hacks, there was no dupes, there was nothing. It was just good old-fashioned gameplay. Like, these guys know the game inside out. Bye. These guys know the game inside out, and they were using that knowledge to kick ass.
Yeah.
So they go into the party, they start off with an assault, and they manage to work really quickly and get the T tribe down. They get their gig, their Giga. He's on the ropes, man. They've stunned him, they've done a dismount, they're stun locking him basically, they've got everybody else held back, they're really taking charge. They take down the Giga, and all of a sudden the server drops.
Oh.
And they think, oh right, okay, that's fair enough. There was quite a big battle going on. That happens sometimes, you know, a bit of server strain. That makes sense. That's fine. So they load back into the server, and the server has been rolled back to before the Giga died. But they're still in the conflict. So they pick it up again, and they start to down the Giga again. They get him down. The server drops again.
Oh.
They load back in. Server's reset. It's gone back to before the Giga went down. That's reset number 2. So they test the theory again. One of them says, do you know it's happening every time I take down the Giga? So they go in specifically, they aim for the Giga, and again the server is dropped right fast. That's drop number 3. So Next time they load in, the servers roll back just a little bit further, and the Giga, you know, he's starting to make a wee bit of a retreat, but the boys are on him, and this just keeps happening. You know, they keep attacking, they keep defending, and every time this guy goes down, the server keeps resetting. We get our way up to, I think at this point we're on 9 resets and rollbacks. And then our heroes come up with a plan. They decide what they're going to do is maybe, just maybe, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. There is a chance that they are just straining the server because as soon as the game loads in, there's immediately combat, not all of the assets have loaded, and maybe the server is really struggling under all of that. So what they're going to do is, as soon as they load in, they're going to retreat. They're just going to stop the attack, they're going to let T retreat, regroup, get all their assets together, get their gig out of there. They're going to sacrifice the fight. Nice. And they're going to see what happens to the server after that. And lo and behold, when they back off, when they retreat, when the gig is allowed to escape, the server does not reset, it stays on. So they decide to chase after and get the Giga. They manage to beat it down. It's trying to make its escape. Oh, I've told this out of sequence. Sorry, somewhere around reset number 7, one of our boys does an incredible shot with a fabricated sniper rifle, or a Fabby sniper as the community calls them.
Fabby sniper.
Yeah, and the Fabby sniper was a clean shot. It took the Giga, and immediately the other team started calling cheaters, aimbot, get him out of here. And the guy got banned from the server.
Right.
So it was with that ban where our boys were like, right, okay, no, this means war. This means war. So they put a shout out in the Discord server, and they said to everybody, we are going after these guys. We're probably going to lose their accounts. We're probably going to get banned. We're going after them. We can't let this stand. One of our guys has been banned for using an aimbot. For when he wasn't using aimbot, we can prove it. We cannot report it. No, this is it. And they put the call out, the torches were lit, and slowly the server started to fill up. Now we're on to the Metal Gear Solid 2 arc. What have you got to say so far? We've had like 10 resets so far.
So, I think that, you know, it's probably, you're probably very much right in saying that there is definitely some like subterfuge going on between the people who are hosting the actual game and who are in this clan, because it's, you know, like once, maybe twice is acceptable, but like 9 or 10 times.
You've got to remember it's an online PvP server.
Yeah, and this is it is PvP. It's competitive.
And it's
so
like a multiplayer thing. It's not just these 2 guys that are on this map. There's loads of people on this map, so it's like, it's not like a peer-to-peer, host-to-host thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing seeing how it all I don't know how it all comes together, because it's I take it it's boiled over into crazy scandal by now.
Well, nobody's heard about it, nobody's talking about it. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, because it seems like for now they're getting away with it, but we'll get to that. Right, trust me, I've thought about this all day. Alright, so we're now into Metal Gear Solid 2. Alright.
So we switched to another character now? Is that what you're saying?
More or less, yeah. Yeah, we're not following the Scottish guy now. Now we're fighting somebody else. So let's take it back. We've just lost a man. One of ours is down. One of the island boys has been killed, and he's not coming back. And this means war. We cannot allow this to, let's just say for dramatic purposes and for storytelling, we'll take a bit of creative license on it. Let's say our POV character for the first portion was the Scottish guy, and he's the one that got sniped.
Right.
Right? So the Scottish guy's dead. Soap! Soap! And he's away, and now we're moving on to one of the American guys. Right? It's like Resistance.
Right.
And what are we fighting again? Tetranodon?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So the way that these guys prepared for it, they basically put the call out and they said, right, we know that we're probably going to lose our accounts because anybody that's messed with these guys before have had trouble. But we need to make a stand. They've banned one of our guys for using an aimbot, but he's not been using an aimbot. These guys have a reputation. Now let's just fucking go for it. Let's go. So these guys got together. They got somewhere between 8. There's kind of conflicting reports on the numbers, but the number I've heard the most is 96.
Right.
96 of them got together and got ready for this assault. The plan was simple. Assault the base. We've had a look at it. We know what they've got. What we're going to do is we are going to attack with no fabricated snipers, no guns, so we cannot be accused of aimbot. We're going to use mounts, we're going to use skills, we are going to use everything that means that they cannot at all accuse us of cheating. We're going to stream everything, we're going to live record everything, we're going to like broadcast it from multiple sides, we're going to show our setups. We are going to show that all of the stuff that we are using in the game has not been duplicated. We farmed it ourselves earlier on in the day with the footage that we've been taking all day. Apparently they had like a week's worth of collecting stuff that they'd also recorded them doing because they kind of, I think they knew they were going to end up in this situation and they wanted to be prepared for it. But anyway, they mount up and get everybody ready. Our raid leaders are in place and they all know the strategy. They know exactly how to run this thing so that victory will go to the island boys. It doesn't matter what these guys have. These guys have something that they'll never have, and that is skill, strategy, and the will to win.
Okay, I'm loving this underdog vibe. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Alright. So, a few latecomers joined the group. One of those is a young man named Omni. Remember that name, he'll be important later. Omni joins in, gets told his rank, he gets told where he's going to be in the positioning, and he gets to work, he gets ready, and soon everybody is ready for the assault. And they head over to T Group's base. The base is like, it's like Mordor. It's evil looking. It's well defended, it's going to be a bloodbath. But our boys are not afraid, so they mount up and they will avenge the fallen Scottish guy whose name I don't know, so I'm just going to call him I'm going to call him Peach.
Peach?
His name's Paul John. His mum wanted to call him John Paul, but she got it wrong. She couldn't remember what way around it was, so she wrote it down wrong. So instead of PJ, he gets called Peach. That makes it. Are we accepting that? Right, okay.
Yep, acceptable character arc.
Fantastic. So, Peach is dead, and now we've got to avenge him.
So, we've just got to know him, now he's dead.
Peach was the Scottish guy that got banned?
Yeah, no, I got it. It's just he fleshed out his character and now he's dead. So we've had that flashback episode where we go back to that character's past.
Yeah, now it means more, in it?
We have context now.
Yeah, he's got to have a wee flashback arc to mean we need to know what we're. The Avengers can't be the Avengers if they've got nothing to avenge, Coulson. Come on.
Yeah.
Die. Fucking hell. Anyway. We saddle up. We get ready for the assault. Everybody knows their place. The horns are blown. The charge begins. All of the dinosaurs assemble on the complex. All out war ensues. Everybody is pushing hard. It's a really tough battle, but our boys are so coordinated and so sure of themselves that they will prevail, and they are going to. It looks as though victory is all but assured. All that is left now is to take care of the enemy's final compound. The base is in ruins, the units are defeated on the ground, there's blood up the walls, everything's on fire. It's carnage, it's a bloodbath. You've never seen anything like it. And then right before the final blow is dealt, the server goes dark.
Of course it does.
You ready for... Right, just prepare yourself. We return to the server anew, rolled back to before the tragic events of the massacre of the T-base. All the structures, all the hard work, all the progress that had been made, lost, reset. A lone soldier looks around the battlefield and he wonders what has happened to everybody that was beside him before this moment. Maybe he got rolled back to a different point in the conflict and all of his friends would charge around the corner at any moment. Again, to seize victory from these villainous time travel, these time wizards. He looked around, he took off his helmet, he called out for someone, anyone that he knew, but he was alone. His name is Omni, and he was the lone survivor of the 96-man account ban.
Oh my god.
That struck the server that day. All records report the reason Omni survived the purge. He was the one that didn't get dusted by the Thanos snap, was because the screenshot that was used to take the name of everybody that was taking part in the assault had been taken before Omni joined. And that is why he survived the Thanos snap, and he alone. Omni stood in his fort, where his allies had worked so hard to build all of the good times had with them, and he knew that those times were gone. For these characters' bans were not temporary, and they were not just on this server, they were global, and they were permanent.
Right. So, I will prepare a nice wake-up slap for him, shall we?
Yes, I think you should. And that is the end of Metal Gear Solid 2.
So, he's the sole survivor. He's like, it's like the 47 Ronin.
Yeah.
Only one survives.
Omni is the last man standing. Everyone else is gone. They're not just dead, they're like erased from existence. They ain't coming back. All the hard work. Yep, all the hard work.
He is Scott Lang.
Yeah, like these T really do have the fucking Infinity Stones. So yeah, right. What are your thoughts so far? Come on, let me know. Give me the review. Score out of 10 for the game. How are the graphics?
My thoughts so far are, why the hell is that the 4th time I've been eaten by this monster?
Focus, champ. Focus. Bigger things of it. See, that attitude is exactly why nobody knows about this story.
But no, so I wonder if there's to be any sort of redemption arc now that our man Omni is the lone survivor. He alone knows the truth.
Right. Okay. Well, you'll have to.
He knows the truth of what happened that day.
You'll have to wait
His
to find out. His
brothers and sisters falling around him.
You'll have to wait to find out. Right, I will be 2 seconds. I just need to jump to the toilet. Just get my carbs. And I'm also going to grab a drink.
Sounds good.
Hang on, carve 1, carve 2, and carve 3. Right, I'll be right back, guys. Stick around for the Metal Gear Solid 3 portion of the story.
So we'll pause next to him from coming back. So yeah, this is a bit of a wild ride. I wasn't expecting this. This is like one of these like kind of server urban legends that you hear about. Heroes and villains on both sides. It's like a series of Gundam. So the general, just to let you know, by the way, the general kind of setup of this in high rank is we're going to be doing a set amount of quests per tier, and once we get to the end of that tier, there'll be an urgent hunt posted for a monster we haven't fought before, or like an extra angry version of a monster we have fought before, and then once we've done that a couple of times and we get up to HR7, I think it is, onwards of that, we're basically just climbing hunter ranks like I've been doing already. You could see earlier on mine's has reached like 30 odd, and that just continues the more hunting that you do, and in the mid game, which is what we're heading on to next. Hello. Just saying that I was just explaining the kind of progression in high rank. So basically, when we get to Hunter rank 7 and we do the last urgent hunt there, we will then progress into the mid game, which is climbing Hunter rank, and getting special quests at different levels of Hunter rank. Like I just got an HR 31.
Nice. So you'll be stuck at HR 30 until
Yep.
you do that. But what's good about this game is it continues to build your levels in the background, so you don't actually lose any progress.
It does, which is very kind of it.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It's a sweet deal.
Yeah. All right, time to move on to the Metal Gear Solid 3 portion of the story.
Right. Okay.
So, how could this happen? This is obviously something to do with the developers of the game, right? It's the only way.
It must be.
Unless we've got some god level hacking going on where they've just taken the game files and just ripped them apart and, you know, done whatever they wanted to do with them. So I decided to go back and have a wee look into the players of this story. You know, the gods of this world, if you will, the architects.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can figure out how T became essentially demigods of the realm. Sorry, I've got a sausage that I'm eating. So, Ark was developed by... Oh shit, I forgot their name. It's Wild something. Wild something games. Can somebody look that? Can you look that up? Who made Ark for the story? I should remember this. Don't worry, we'll get to them. We'll get to them. It's Wild somebody are the developers of Ark. They were bringing this out in 2015. But the company hit some financial troubles. It didn't look like they were going to actually be able to get the game out. So they were helped out at the last minute by a company called Snail.
Right.
I'd never heard of Snail. You ever heard of Snail?
Nope. Never heard of Snail.
You'd never heard of Snail. Turns out there's good reason for that. So if you Google Snail, the first thing that comes up, Snail USA. They've got a development studio out in America somewhere, and they basically make pump and dump shovelware games.
Oh, I see.
They're not very good at it. They're very well known for creating games that they promise the world. They do, like, they're full of microtransactions. They don't support them. The game dies very quickly, and they move on to the next scam.
Right. Okay. So are we talking piece of shit mobile game, or are we talking like digital homicide bad?
Both, actually. They take no prisoners. They're just going for the full market, however they can get it.
Right.
It's a pretty rough resume when you look at it. Honestly, it's kind of like Arcane's recent slate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucky Life. Where's that? Where's that? Because like, if that is, it's around here somewhere. If I can grab that for us, then we'll get extra quest rewards.
Where are you, owl? I'll take this stink mink. Oh,
Got
hi
him.
Lagombi. Cool, I'm just gonna start fighting the Lagombi. If I can catch him, god damn it, stand still. Big rabbit shit. Yeah, so Snail Group, they don't have a very good history. Their games are pretty pump and dump, not supported. Just bad times all around, so it was kind of concerning when they were getting involved. But, you know, it was a case of without them, the game wouldn't have came out in the first place, right? And
Yeah.
Ark, for the most part, was supported. They brought out DLCs. It's got a decent enough reputation.
There's like plenty of money behind it as well, because like the like the amount of like content they've been able to put out. Like I don't know if you've like looked into like just how much stuff there is for Ark, but like there is like several huge open world maps made by the developers and several made by the community as well.
Oh yeah, no, it's a big game. It's got a dedicated audience, you know.
Yeah.
There's videos
Big
that have been put out that are raking in like 500,000 views on YouTube, which means the community is alive and strong. But yeah, so looking through the game's history, the developers seem to be pretty. They seem to be actually alright, you know, the ones that actually made the game, they seem to be pretty good. It seems to be Snail that's a bit shady. And since they've taken over, the game has made some questionable choices and some stuff and things have came up. One of the stuff and things was in 2018, there was a surge in alleged cheating. The use of aimbots, the use of duplication glitches, the use of stuff to assert dominance in the server by giving themselves an unfair advantage. And an investigation was held by the developers, by Wild whatever games, and they found that the party in question, the team that were in question, were a group called... What were they called?
Were they called T?
They were called T! It's tea time, that's right.
Another pot of tea, please.
That's right, another pot of tea. This one's just as dirty as the last one. This is
They
the
put the
patient
milk
zero.
in first and everything.
Oh, they do. They put the milk in first. They don't let the bag steep. They're the kind of people that would burst the leaves in and eat them. Anyway, so after the investigation was concluded, the T were found guilty of cheating. Yeah. T were found guilty of cheating. However, before the developers could throw down the ban hammer and do anything, the server got put down, the server got reset, and the server got moved off of the official ranked PvP servers and made one of the legacy servers.
Ah, right, okay.
The ranked PvP server was run by Wild whatever games, the creators of the game. The legacy PvP servers are run exclusively by Snail.
Is it T?
It's Snail Games.
Oh, Snail. Ah, right, okay, so maybe it's Snail Games that are in bed with T then.
Maybe it's looking like it, because if we take a wee look into the history of both of them, we'll get there, You see why this is the Metal Gear Solid 3 arc? We're going back and we're finding all the dirty laundry and finding out how we got to where we were in the first place. So, Snail Games are the ones that actually operate the legacy PvP servers, and so T Group were allowed to stay there, and the reign of alleged cheating. I say alleged, there's plenty of evidence, you know, video evidence, etc, etc. That these guys use aimbots, they use duping, they use all sorts of stuff. I mean, they have to use duping because every one of their units has got some of the best statted gear in the game.
Yeah.
And they still can't win a fight against the Island Boys.
A plucky Island Boys.
A big Island Boys stand now. God bless him, if I ever hear that nasally Scottish guy's voice when I'm out, I'll be like, "Yeah, mate, oh, you get done dirty, good job." But anyway, so shit, where was I?
So servers off the PvP ranked.
Yeah,
Is what you were
now,
saying.
yeah. So now we're onto the legacy servers, and that's where the story takes place. Our boys knew all about T Group. They knew all about where they were, and you know they kind of went in wanting to do some grief. You might be wondering to yourself, why? Why now? Why would they do that? Why would they go up against somebody who's known to be in bed with the developer, or more likely the publisher? And attacking them would likely result in their account being banned. Why would they do that? Well, part of the reason is, like you were going to say earlier on, you might even be able to tell this part of the story, you know the whole Arc 2 debacle? The UE5 debacle?
Yeah, so to kind of bring on what I know of this, the debacle that I recently heard about with it was that they're bringing out Arc again as a remastered for current gen consoles, i.e. PS5 XSX, and like giving it a visual uplift for PC, but it is like basically they kind of they were giving the game away like basically what they were doing was they saying, right, if you order the remastered game, then we will give you a pre-order for Arc 2. But and you can and you can buy and all the like the DLC and stuff. We'll do that as one price. You can buy like other ones at a later date. And people were like, "Wait a minute, you want us to buy all the DLC again? You want us to buy the game again? You know the whole game. You want to buy the base game again, and then you want us to buy all the DLC again." And then like it was almost like an admission of guilt when they sort of walked this back and said, "Well, actually, what we're going to do is your order of Arc remastered is not going to include the pre-order of 2 anymore, but it is going to include the DLC."
Yeah, now, part of the reason that was walked back was because I believe Arc 2 was cancelled.
Oh, right. I didn't realise it had been cancelled.
It's either been cancelled or it's been pushed back heavily and renamed to something else, because I'm pretty sure Arc 2 is not happening.
Oh, right, okay.
I think it's 1.5 that's happening next.
Right. Because the remastered one, like I knew that was like kind of coming, was supposed to be coming fairly soon, but I didn't think it was out yet. But yeah, like from what I'd heard, like it was going to be they're going to release the remastered one, and then they're going to come out with Arc 2 like much further down the line. That was going to be in like 2024,
2025, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Either way, they basically said, we'll give you the Unreal Engine 5 upgrade. Oh no, actually now you need to pay for it, and it'll come with a pre-order for the sequel. Alright, no, okay, we're not giving you the pre-order for the sequel, because we don't know when it'll be out, but we will give you the UE5 upgrades and all the DLC, but if you buy the DLC, it's not going to come out all at once, it'll be staggered, and we're also not going to tell you when they're going to come out either. $60, please. And most people have gone, nah, I think Arc might be deed, lads. Shall we just burn the account and move on to something else then? Aye. So that's how we got to where we are, and our boys decided that they were going to go after the villains of the servers and see if they could take them down before packing it up. And that is... Oh, Duratodus. Don't want to fight that.
Oh, is that our urgent hunt?
Yeah.
I was explaining urgent hunts to chat for people who didn't know.
Ugh. Duratodus.
Well, my urgent hunts, I've got two just now. I've got the Kushaladora one, and I've got the one that supposedly leads you into the Sunbreak content, which is for a Daimyo Hermitor.
Yay!
Yay, crustaceans! That was something that was desperately missing from World, was bugs.
Yes, it was. I understand why they couldn't do the serpentine skeleton.
Yeah, I do kind of get that. That is not easy to do. So, I think that the only thing is, I would have loved for them to do it for Iceborne, but maybe that's going to be like the feature of World 2. They're going to lead with, maybe they'll lead with a Leviathan type.
I'm telling you, the poster monster for World 2, or at least the one they used to introduce the game in the very first trailer, has got to be Legiacris. It was the original Monster Hunter World concept monster that they could not get to work. People wanted Legiacris in the game the whole time. They could not get that skeleton to work. They said it was a technical issue because of the hardware. Now we've got a new generation of hardware. For them to show us that they have got it mastered and they are going to do stuff that we were not able to see in World, the best possible thing they could do is show us Legiacris, and that will just confirm visually we've got this on a new level than we had before.
Yeah. I mean, do you think they'll go back to underwater hunts?
No, you can just bring them onto the land.
Well, yeah, they did bring him onto the land in like Generations.
Yeah, exactly. It's been done.
But so it has been done. Like they have been able to make it work. Same with Najarala, the other big long serpent one.
Yeah, and then bring back the Carcos.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they had stuff that swam in World. They had Duratodus and the big other like Plesioth looking ships.
Oh man, how awesome would it be if like they unveil this this last monster, which I believe, by the way, is tomorrow.
Oh shit!
That it is being unveiled. Imagine they unveil it and it's like Gogmazios or something.
You are such a big Gogma fan.
Yeah, I would be right into that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be getting Sunbreak eventually, so just geese it. Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
I think how I'm gonna look at it is basically, you know, I'll see what it is tomorrow. I'll be hype as hell, and then it'll be like, you know, like the training arc will begin.
What if they, and like the announcements tomorrow, and they're like, alright guys, here it is, the final monster for Sunbreak, it's what you've been waiting for. We're gonna give you the skinless Kazoo.
Oh god.
The ultimate bad lad. Well, this looks like a little fish. You're not a very large Duratodus, are you? Have these guys got smaller since World, or?
So they range in size. If this is a small one, then that's fair enough.
I mean, see what you think since you fought them in this game, but this one,
yeah,
I remember them being massive.
Yeah, that's a pipsqueak.
Yeah, like, what is this shit? This is Duratodish. Jesus. Right, anyway, back to the saga.
Yes.
So, 2018, this is when all this stuff went down. That's what led to our boys deciding to go on the assault. They knew that this was going to happen, and they sacrificed. It was not in vain, because it's been very entertaining to talk about. But when we go forward in time again and we look at everything, it looks as though Snail Games may be in bed with T Group. And when you look into them, T Group are based in China. and they are quite a well-known group for doing things. It actually came out that during the assault, one of the members of T Group was on a known aimbot hackers channel, like begging them to come and run support for their side. Like they were trying to enlist them like the Ghost Army from Lord of the Rings.
Right, okay. Strike some eldritch bargain.
Yeah, so you know, they were associating with known cheaters while claiming that our guys were cheating when our guys weren't even using guns, so they couldn't be accused of using aimbot.
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna need to just give me a wee second, man. I'll be back in a tick.
Yeah, no problem.
Just to find a wee corner for my character to cower in. 2 secs.
Alright. Shooter dive. B-Bob, what did you miss? You missed that there is a developer for this game, but there's also a publisher, and it appears that the developers might be on the level, but the publisher might be up to something shady.
Ah, there we go. We're all good.
Oh, hello.
Oh, and just as I come back, Giratodus comes past me. Hello.
Oh, is that where he went? Yeah, he's just ran away from me. He knows where the real threat is. So anyway, let's take a look at Snail Group as well. We were talking about Snail USA, yes?
Yes.
Snail USA is a subsidiary of Snail Group International. Where's Snail Group International based?
Also China?
Also China. Snail Group International in China has been awarded the Growth and Online Business Award or something like that from the CCP, the glorious CCP, 4 years in a row. Now, I know very little about China, but one thing I do know is they award government sponsorship and approval, and a company that is seemed to be highly supportive and encouraging of the government and their regime will receive more benefits than a company that publicly goes against them.
Well, it's not even that. Like a lot of companies have to have basically, like, it is like by law they have to have like basically a subsidiary of the government, like as a correspondent to their company, and it happens with, you know, most major companies that the party is actually actively involved with.
Yeah, so like I say, for these guys to win the award 4 years in a row, it means that they're probably pretty in bed with the government, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're not just going to give the award 4 years in a row to somebody that isn't their, like, teacher's pet.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, this company isn't part of Tencent. At least not publicly anyway. I looked into it. I was really sure that I was going to find Tencent at the end of this trail, but as far as I can tell, they're not anything to do with this. Wild, isn't it?
Yeah. It definitely seems like the sort of level of evil that they would be getting up to.
Oh yeah, definitely. It just smells like a Tencent thing, but no, apparently not. Yeah, so Snail Group, subsidiary of China with potential ties to the CCP, and they are giving what appears to be admin and dev privileges to a well-known cheating and exploiting group for server dominance. I've got no goddamn clue what the benefit of that would be. Like, what's the point?
I don't know. Like, but the thing is, like, it seems to be that, like, because it was obviously, like, in our neck of the woods, yeah, people play mobile games, but it's not to the same degree as the market over there is for games like that. You know, games where you can have like a PvP and a community element, and it's like, you know, there are like advantages that you can pay for, and many do.
Yeah, but we also don't have like a necessity to have games on the market where we are literally just clatting for Charles. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine if there was a game on, like, there was an app on the UK App Store and it was like, right, everybody, I want you to take 5 sausages and put them over your fingers and then just clap to the king. And when your sausages fall off, that's game over.
You two kind of the royal clapping experience.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have, what other royal experiences can we do? What about a royal VR game where you've got to go on and try and, like, the whole
Most
game is just to see how long you can go with it, pumping one
most
of your cousins.
most royals just have the clap.
Oh, tremendous. Like, maybe there'll be like a geography section we have to point to the board and see, like, alright, where did your great-granda colonise? And where did he colonise? Alright, let's go to the British Museum, where did we steal this from? Where did we take this from? Where's all our history? It's on boats, who knows? We sent it to Australia.
Let's play a parlor game, Daddy. Shall we? Let's have the one where we try and list all the places we used to own.
They've got like a scratch map, like one of those, like a scratch ticket, but it's a map of the world, and just like half of it's still scratched, it's still not scratched off, and like soon.
Soon, one day.
Yeah.
One day, son.
one day we'd be able to get out of here, except we're all inbred. So most of us have like bad ankles, just genetically. Crazy. Man, this is a little fish. I've not actually had a gold or a silver crown in this game, even by accident.
You'll probably get them in the event quests. There are a lot of like kind of gimmicky event quests, which the monsters are like different sizes.
Yeah.
Like there's one that's like a tiny Lagombi.
Oh, nice. That'll be a guaranteed gold. We like them. Anyway, yeah, so now that you've heard the whole story, because the end of the story, the Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots arc of the story is essentially that all of the bans have been kept fully instated. They're not getting back into the PvP servers. They are still allowed to play other game modes. The accounts haven't been banned from the entire game on every server. They're just banned from Conquest PvP on any server. And yeah, as far as I can see, nobody else has really said anything about it or spoken about it. Like, had you heard anything about it?
No, I hadn't heard about this at all. As I say, like the only kind of bit that I had heard was obviously about them arsing about the release dates and what was included and what wasn't.
Yeah. Well, thoughts now that the saga's finished?
Deeply shitty. It is like I do kind of wonder like what like you say what is there to be gained from this? You know, like to the people who are like artificially prolonging the lives of their dinosaurs by shutting the server down strategically. Like, what are those people gaining from that?
The only thing I can think of, because I've been trying to come up with a reason for a while now, and the only thing that makes any sense to me in this regard is that Xu Jinping is a raid leader in T, and he's just pure mad on Ark. He just loves that shit. Every time he's not sending somebody to the Chinese gulag, he's playing Ark Survival.
He's got one of those big bronze statues, but he's riding a velociraptor.
Yeah, exactly right. You go into the CCP and he's just got fucking people trying to make Jurassic Park happen. They're trying to buy fucking dinosaur eggs from Korea. But anyway, so yeah, the only thing I can think of is that he's mad on Ark and he's just part of T, and the government are like, alright, Snail Games, you have to make sure that if he's ever attacked, that it will get rolled back and he's not actually lost anything. We want to keep him happy. You want funds for Arc 2, huh?
It's funny as well that they're called Snail Group as well, because they've clearly moved so imperceptibly slowly that no one's noticed them up to now, but now they can't run away.
Yeah. Oh man, it's got to be the case. He's got to be an Arc player, and he's got to just be sitting there in his wee jammies and his wee slippers playing Arc, and he's got people behind him, and they're just saying to him in Chinese, like, "Oh, excellent, excellent play, my lord. Oh yeah, that was a good shot. That was a good shot. Aimbot activated. Oh, you're such a great shot, my lord, my liege, my sniper." And he's just like, yes, I am.
So, congratulations on Hunter rank 5.
Thanks. HR 30. Big Brother mode is in full effect here.
Do you know the funny thing is though, like, even though that I am a little bit ahead, I am so skint. I forgot how much a drain on the finances upgrading armor is.
Yep, money matters in this game. It's really hard. I'm not sure I actually like it.
And the funny thing is, like, the quickest way to make lots of money is to do quests yourself. So, the balance is, do you wanna like perhaps have a greater challenge, and fight these things on your own, or do you want to just jump in with like a whole load of randoms and get less rewards, but you breeze through a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's
like that's the balance in this game.
It's fortunate that they've made it actually fun to play this game like on your own as well, you know.
Yeah.
I've not entered the end game grind yet though, so we'll see how long that stands up for.
We've got mid game grind to do first.
There we go. Well, let's see if we can get up to the next rank and get you your Narga Kuga. We've got an hour left to breeze through this.
Nice. I think we could. I think we've slammed through quite a lot, and I think if we keep up this progress, and I keep refining what I'm doing off stream as well, I think we'll start picking up speed.
If we play the game on speed, that'll be mental. Don't know if I'd be able to do that, man. Not in my 20s anymore, Ken. I might actually die now.
Okay, SpongeBob today, is it?
Yes, sir. Right, I've got nothing else for us to discuss news-wise. I assume you have got nothing else for us to discuss news-wise.
No, I do not. I didn't have the chance to do a full news roundup today, but I was going to bring us back in for some either the Monster Hunter movie or tier listing as we go.
Yeah, I was thinking the Monster Hunter movie, but we could probably update the old tier list and go over some of the monsters that we've came across so far, because there has been quite a few new faces.
Yes, there have been. I will write them down eventually. but like with Royal Ludroth, what do we think of Royal Ludroth? Just since it's right here in front of you.
Right, I think that it's very, very reminiscent of Great Jagras, and I think that it's a monster type that the game will always benefit from having in it as a kind of beginner-friendly, you know, this is like what a big monster looks like, just wait, you ain't seen nothing yet though. How does he compare to Great Jagras? Like, I don't think I like Ludroth as much as Jagras. I think Jagras has a bit more personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like his hair, I like that he's got that silly waddle, I like that he has a big belly that he likes to bang, and you can beat him up and he'll drop decorations, or armor spheres or whatever.
Yeah, I think like that's probably a good point to make actually about like the early game monsters. Like a lot of them have quite a bit of character, and Ludroth doesn't really have one. Like like when you look at other monsters like you fight at this level, you've got like Kulu, who's like forever picking things up and you like beating you with a rock or throwing pots at you.
Yeah, he's got that funky mohawk. He's quite a silly boy.
Yeah, you got Great Jagras who he eats a bunch and gets fat and then throws up a little.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all been there.
This guy's just a sponge, isn't he?
Yeah, this guy's a sponge.
Damage sponge. He just looks like a normal kind of salamander. Oh, fuck me, Jesus.
Oh, he heard you, I think. He took that personally.
I was using the wire bug and he just tail swiped at the last second there and got me because he's got a big chunky tail. Oh well, it's me that's the liability now.
Emotional damage.
Exactly, I need to upgrade my armour. It's about that time. We're into the plus gear now. Time to start working towards that end game. And, oh, do you know what else is nice now as well that we're onto the plus stuff? I'm going to eventually start being able to spec into the elemental swords.
Yeah. So like I've not spec'd off the defender charge blade yet. And that's just because like the stuff that I've been getting up to now in high rank, it's not been better. Like that, fair enough. This is just raw damage. It's not doing any like elementals, and it's just impact files instead of element ones. But it's still a lot stronger than most of the other stuff. It's only like now that I'm getting into mid-high rank that I'm starting to find weapons that are equal or better.
Yeah, it's going to be like Narga, Gosarag around there, where I think things are going to start outweighing the defender set.
Yeah, the Gosarag greatsword is really good. His set is actually super greatsword and hammer useful because it's all about sheathing and drawing.
Hammer, you say?
Yeah.
I have a hammer. Yeah, leg hammers. I think I'm gonna keep my hammer for maybe make that my rampage weapon.
Yeah, sounds good. That's actually good. That I think I'll maybe have the greatsword as my rampage weapon. Then that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to have the two separate. Right, where are we taking you? We're taking you up to Vish then. Yeah, but
so where does Ludroth go? Is he a D tier? I think he might be.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, it's still he's not a bad monster, but
he's not a bad monster. I like his design. He just has no personality.
Yeah, if I had to choose between, he really is just the monster that's like, right, he's here, time to beat him up for a wee while. But it was more fun doing that with Jagras. So yeah, I really feel like he has to go in D tier. Just somebody has to. You are probably the weakest link in this game, Ludroth. It's not your fault. Jagras was just great.
Yep. All right, because the one that we finished up on last week, I think, was Visha 10, which was the first S rank, wasn't it?
Oh god, yeah, that Vish at 10.
Look at him go.
I love him. He's so cheeky. So yeah, Ludroth D tier.
So I take it Kazoo is the sort of like weird existential tier. It's Wiglet tier.
Oh, Kazoo is delete. That's been incinerate. Delete the files tier. Get rid of the prolapse dragon. I've always hated it. I always hated it. And it used to be a monster that was just constantly in the series.
It is loathsome. It's awful to look at. It's awful to listen to because there's no music and it just screeches all the time.
Yep, it looks like a prolapse dragon. It's got the annoying electricity balls and the auras. It
Its
slinks a bit on the roof.
Its skin's all veiny and like pale.
It looks like one of the hairless cats. It's fucking... like I said earlier on, you get the skinless kazoo. That actually exists. That's the red kazoo. It only gets worse. It's got no eyes, man. Like, how does it see?
Well, I think that's it is like heavily implied that it gets around on sense of smell and vibration, which somehow makes it worse.
So he's the pinball wizard.
Yeah, because he has no eyes, and when you see him walking around, he sort of has that sniff thing going on.
Yeah, he plays by sense of smell. He's the pinball wizard. It has to be a trick.
He's got such a supple wrist.
No, he's got such a supple neck. Disgusting. I hated fighting Kazoo. And back in the day as well, you used to go mining and Kazoo whelks would pop out the mining thing and bite you. And and they would break your pickaxe. And you're like, God damn it! I just want to get some material so I can upgrade my stuff.
You see that, Ludroth? I'm carving your tail in front of you for the disrespect.
And he's coming for you. The game knows. He's gotten quite aggressive. Never mind. Largest size update now. But yeah, no, Kazoo, get Kazoo in the bin. I hate Kazoo, he's always been my favourite.
Alright. I'm just trying to think, like what other ones have we had? Baggy.
Baggy.
So I think, to be honest, right, I think we can lump in together Baggy and Roggy and Jaggy, for that matter.
Yeah, they can just
because they're all the same monster.
They can go in D.
Yeah.
Maybe C, but yeah.
I think C, if we're being generous. Again, it's another starter monster, but they don't really have personality.
Right, hear me out for my case for D tier, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got Baggy, Roggy, and Jaggy. They're not as good as Azuchi.
No.
So they need to go the tier below Azuchi. But Azuchi was a starting monster. He was like BC, wasn't he?
Yeah, and like, I mean, you could sort of argue that Kulu is it's like an equivalent starting monster. Zetsuyaku as well. That's another raptor-shaped one.
Yeah. So I think that, I mean, Zetsu was annoying, but at least he had a gimmick. I would put Zetsu in with Azuchi, but definitely not in with like Baggy, Jaggy, Roggy. I'd put them in the same tier as like Velocidrome and like Gendrome and Iodrome.
Yeah, that's okay because Zetsuyaku is not in this game.
Yay. Let's hunt Puki.
Okay, and shall we tier Puki while we're at it?
Yes, let's tier Puki. So, Puki, I think he's came back to this game from World with a wee bit of a makeover. He's using more pastels now.
Right.
I think he's a cool monster.
He had his sort of like weird he had his sort of weird sort of like summer tropical house phase with Coral Puki.
Yeah, that was a weird look for him, but I'm glad we got through it. Oh, what's this? I can get up to the Champion Sword 3 now with 210 attacks
nice.
on it. Let's do that, shall we? What do I need? I just need one. Stout bone, that'll do it. Nice. And yeah, I'm starting to get into like blue weapons now.
Nice, blue sharpness.
What does my... Oh yeah, my new sword does have blue sharpness. Ooh. That's
It always
exciting.
blue sharpness always feels good. The weapon I'm working towards has white sharpness, which is the next one up.
That's awesome.
Actually, it goes white,
good.
then purple, I think.
Yeah, that always feels real good when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
Hunger resistance, muck resistance. Now I'm going to need to try and figure out what I need for my decorations.
Okay, so Pookie, he does have. I think they slightly expanded his moveset in this game.
See,
like he has moves he didn't have in World in this.
To me, Pukei is almost like, you know how we're talking about like Izuchi and Jaggy and Baggy and Roggy and all that, and they've got little boys that always hang about with them, like they're Catholic priests, and they're like the big version of that thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like Pukei is the little version of Chameleos.
Chameleos is the Pookie drum.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
yeah. So Chameleos feels like Pookie drum to me, so Pookie feels like just a little boy.
But man, I was fighting Chameleos yesterday. It was so much fun.
I love Chameleos. He's one of my favourites. He was like one of the big monsters and one of my first Monster Hunters on the PSP that I used to play with my dad, and it was such good times.
Well, if you get to Hunter rank 20, you too can fight him for yourself.
When? And we'll do it on stream together, my friend.
Yeah, we will.
It will be fun on a bun. Because again, now that we are between, or when we go between streams, I won't be continuing on with this HR. It won't be like the village quest where I'm going through everything. My plan is to only play the quests that were in the lower tiers that we've not already done.
Right, okay, yeah, so that does make sense.
Yeah, and I'll farm whatever is from like the current tier that we're on that I want for like decorations or whatever, but I won't go any further. I'll leave all high rank progress, like further progress, to us. But hopefully when you come back there's a lot of check marks on the quest and I've done mostly everything. I might start as well with the crown hunting, but I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll do any of the events. I think we'll have an event only stream as well.
Yeah, and an events only stream might be quite good. There's we will get, like, as we climb the hunter rank, we will get access to like everything kind of in the intended order, if you like. But the event quests are a good way to fight some stuff early if you want.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to think what the kind of stream progression is going to be for this, because obviously we can't do like everything. I don't have Sunbreak yet, and if it doesn't go on sale anytime soon, I might not have it for a while unless any glorious benefactors, cough cough mum dad, decide to step in and rectify this horrible thing, this tragedy against this crime against my gaming. Anyway, so I'm thinking, right, next week will probably be like the high end of high rank, you know, or like at least the kind of mid end, right? We'll maybe work towards getting the HR up a wee bit between streams as well, working on that kind of thing. And we'll just kind of go towards doing some of the kind of bigger monsters of the game. Maybe we'll end up seeing Wind Serpent and the big bads of the game, who knows. And then after that, we'll definitely have an event stream where we go through the event quests and see what we can fight. And then I think after that, it's probably like that clear up or Sunbreak if we're onto it, but that could be where we end up moving on to something else for a little while until Sunbreak, who knows. I'll probably end up just buying Sunbreak, to be fair, because it's like 30 quid and I love Monster Hunter.
Yep, and like I haven't like delved into it yet myself, but if it's anything if it's anything like Iceborne was, and by the looks of things, it might be. It'll probably be 30 bangers well spent.
Well, the thing is, right, I played Rise on the Switch, so I fought, there's only, I think, one, maybe two monsters that came out on Rise on the Switch that I didn't actually fight. So not much of this is going to be new.
Actually, didn't fight like some of the ones they introduced after the fact, like Valstrax and things like that.
No, I never fought Valstrax. I think that was right when I bowed out the game, was when he was introduced. I fought Chameleos once or twice.
Yeah.
But I think he was the first monster that was added.
Well, we've got because they were. He was added as part of the Elder trio for this game, which is Teostra, Kushala, Chameleos.
Yeah. So I think I fought them. But obviously Teostra, Kushala just came off the back of fighting a billion times in World.
Yeah.
Chameleos was the one that was returning from one of the old Monster Hunters I played as a kid and was just so excited to see again. So fought him, but then I think I bowed out after that. So everything after that is going to be new territory for me. I've done nothing of Sunbreak, never got it, never played it. So if we were to work through that together, that could be quite fun.
Yeah, it will be because I'm not. I will not be touching the Sunbreak content until we're through like all of high rank. Because if I go into, I probably would be able to dive in to master rank, by the time I get through like a bunch of the Elder Dragons. If I could go into master rank at that point, but I'd rather gradually uncover it.
Yeah. Oh God, hi.
Going this way.
Yep.
I'm gonna run it into the Rathian.
Ah, nice. Good choice. Feel free to jockey Rathian as well, you've earned it for this journey. But yeah,
Clonk. There we go.
God, I'm coming. It moves so damn fast, you don't realise. Jesus, even with it. Imagine doing this without the Palamute. I don't know if we can go back from Palamute.
Well, yeah, I mean, they kind of started that in World where you got the Raider Ride.
Yeah, but it's not the same kind of thing now. Like, Palamute is so, free. It can climb walls and shit.
Yeah.
And Raider Ride wasn't as fast as the Palamute.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, I don't think we can go back from Palamute. I think we can definitely go back from Wirebug and I'll be okay with it. But
yeah.
Going back from Palamute would definitely feel like a bad step back.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I think Wirebug was like the next logical step after Clutch Claw. But in the same vein, like Clutch Claw was like super overpowered.
Oh, it was so good though.
It was great, like, you know, being able to tenderize any monster part and have it do slightly more damage, make it easier for you to knock the monster over. Yeah, launching them into cliffs to do a little Harvey Wallbanger.
Oh, it was... Man, World was the game I've been wanting them to make since I was a kid. It really was a dream come true. It's going to be so hard for World to live up to the hype that I've got for it.
Well, and you know, that's one thing I did want to touch on as well, actually. So we've got this announcement tomorrow, which is going to close out Sunbreak. It's going to be whoever is going to be the closing challenge of Sunbreak is. There's going to be like a sort of developer deep dive and stuff, and a sort of basically their wrap up, because it is the last update.
Oof.
But the other thing that we may very well see is potentially a teaser of the next game that's in development.
This is true. This is true.
Even if it is just like a a title card. They probably have nothing to show us, but even if it is just a title card with the title of the game.
Right. Hear me out. Okay. They bow out and they say goodbye for the final time from the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak development team. Goodbye. And then the screen goes black. And then we just hear and then Proof of a Hero kicks in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we see the wings of a Rathalos. We're very zoomed in, it's just like the webbing. But they don't look, they look a bit funny. And then it zooms out further and you're like, oh god, oh shit, no, I recognise this, oh no. And then it zooms out further and then it just comes up Monster Hunter Stories 3.
I've never played the Stories games, and I hear it's basically just like Pokemon.
They're actually alright.
I hear they're alright.
They're alright,
I don't know if it's my thing.
They're alright, but it bothers me because they call the monsters monsties.
Monsties, oh god.
Yeah, I know, I hate it, I really hate it. But yeah, everything's monsties, and it's like, oh, what's your favourite monstie? Oh yeah, well, I love monsties. It's like,
it's like the Monster Hunter breakfast cereal.
it's so bizarre. Yeah, oh god, yeah. It's
Sugar
so
monsties.
That's actually pretty good. I'll give you that. But it's so bizarre though, because it's like the monsters are your friends and you're supposed to care about them and you've got a special connection with them and all that, and it's like, motherfucker, a Rathalos is the reason I snapped my PSP when I was away and I'm not friends with it. You can't convince me. This is Last of Us 2, you can't convince me to like Abby.
Yeah, we are. It is weird though, having something like positioned as an ally, which has been in every game the thing you've been hunting against.
Yeah, it would be like if it was like Resident Evil 9, Mr. X and Leon go on an adventure together, and you're like, what the you're just awkwardly always panning the camera over your shoulder to see what X is doing. He's never done anything suspicious, but you just can't shake the feeling. Let's go for a classic Rathian.
Oh yes.
That's just so bizarre.
Okay, so by rights, no, actually we've already tier listed Wrath and Wrath. They are dead center in B because they are the quintessential Monster Hunter monster.
And I think that's where I'll probably stick Pukey. He's alright, but he is a wee Chameleos.
Yeah, I think he's a B. Do you think he's better than Baroth?
I would rather
Who is
fight.
in C?
I would rather fight Pukey than Baroth.
Okay. That is sound enough reasoning.
Yeah. Right, who else have we had?
So yeah, who else have you fought in the interim?
Alright, Almudron.
Almudron. I really like Almudron.
Yeah, now again, it feels like we've got the kind of same thing going between Somnicanth and Almudron, but there is enough of a difference, but they both do the back swim thing, which is awesome. Have we done Somnicanth?
No, we haven't done Somnicanth. Let's do that.
Yeah,
because Somnicanth he's earlier in the game.
Yeah, and he's wee Almudron. Right. Somnicanth, design-wise, is an S tier for me. I think the design of Somnicanth is awesome.
Yeah, he's kind of weird looking. He's like almost like a gecko.
Yeah, the face is really interesting. The eyes are actually a bit creepy. It's not like Sharash Valda creepy eyes. This is
that's not the crazy eyes that stare into your soul.
Yeah,
your
exactly.
soul, the player.
Yeah, it's not like the pissed off girlfriend eyes. It's like this thing is like actually menacing and like dark looking when you look at it. You know, it looks like an evil monster, but it's also got this element of like it's really beautiful with
Yeah,
its
it's kind of,
big fins.
and like you know, and from some angles, yeah, it looks really really beautiful. From some angles as well, it looks kind of cute.
Yeah, but it's also like from most angles, it is sinister as hell. It's
Yeah.
bizarre. It's like one of those horror movies where there's like an item that just captures your attention. You can't look away from it, but you know there's something wrong with it. And I really like Somnicanth for that, and I think just purely, like I say, purely design-wise, Somnicanth for me is an S. Now we need to look at all the other things that make up a monster. So, what do you think about it as a gimmick, first off? Its whole thing seems to be putting you to sleep, which is not a normal mechanic for monsters. We've had that from...
We've had it from
Paluma?
Baggy and Paluma.
And I think it's fair for us to include Monster Hunter World monsters in comparison because we did stream World.
Yeah, and there is one other monster as well in this game that does sleep. That's Basarios, but I don't know if you fought him yet.
No, I don't think I have.
He's a Monster Hunter 4 monster.
Oh yeah, that was the ones that I kind of missed out on. Sure turf.
Yeah. So...
Hang on, I just want to say, in my head canon, because I've played like the early Monster Hunter games that you didn't, and you played the kind of mid-monster games that I didn't, I like to think that we were just on, like, it was all happening at the same time, but we were in different villages.
Yeah. We're hunters, came from different villages.
Yeah, hunters that came from different villages. We came together in the New World to help out the research commission, figure out what was going on with Sharish Valda and all that. And now we are in Kimura village together, waiting for the call to hopefully go back to the old world. I would love for Monster Hunter World 2 to be a return to the old world.
You know, that would actually be really cool, and I think that's the sort of announcement that, you know, if they make that announcement, they came to play.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that it makes the most sense, right? Because here's where I think the story could go. Not that the Monster Hunter story is particularly important, but why I think they could take us back to the old world. The final thing that happened was that Fatalis returned to Castle Shrade. That was Shrade we were in, wasn't it?
It was.
Right, so Fatalis returned to Castle Shrade. Shrade is an old world location. So we've already got the precedence for somewhere from the old world being included, right? What's to say that the Fatalis returning hasn't disturbed other old world monsters and forced them out? That's why the research commission has to go back to the old world, because the new world has been settled with the Sharish Valda being taken down, but Fatalis has reawoken. Like, what about some kind of Fated 4 situation, but for the old world and in the wake of Fatalis?
Yeah, that could be cool. I mean, like, part of, like, obviously, like, towards the very, very end game of World was obviously these, these super dangerous monsters that were appearing, things like Safajiva, Alatreon, Fatalis, like, these, like, kind of almost apocalyptic type creatures.
Yeah.
But but they came over, like, with Safajiva as the exception, they came over from the old world. It makes you wonder what might have pushed them out.
Yeah. I mean, what if you going to Shrade and fighting Fatalis is what's lured other monsters, like frontier monsters, into the old world? Because how much do you want to go back to Poke Village?
Yeah, it's. I am very much. I'd be very much hyped to see a lot of the old locations all revamped up. So, like, think of like the old like maps you used to get.
Oh no, they're still ingrained in my head, even though I don't have a visual imagination. They are that memorable. I would love to go back to the old forest.
Yep, the coast one that's like a beach.
Yeah, with all the caves and all that. Oh, so good. The desert, that was a great biome. All of it was awesome. I even liked fucking around in Castle Shrade.
Yeah, I did like that as well. Like, you know, just as the final stage. That was a nice way to round it off, but it does make you think, like, you know, what if World 2 is the old world? Because obviously all the marketing for Monster Hunter World when it was coming out, like, join us in the new world, right? Obviously, because we were going over to their end game, but like, what if World 2 is the return to the old world, and that's why it's a separate world?
I think it would be so good. Or, right?
I think it makes the most sense.
What if, right? What if it starts off in the desert, and Captain Artemis and her brigade are out on patrol, and there's a big storm, and the enemies might be using the storm as cover because they've got fucking camels that are immune to sandstorms or something, I don't know. Again, no idea what that guy thought was happening in that moment, but yeah, I can't believe that it's not going to be based on the isekai approach.
Well, they did do. I don't know if you saw it. Like, there was a Monster Hunter movie event.
I saw it. It didn't get me excited.
No, I don't think it got anyone excited. The only gimmick for it was apparently like guaranteed gold crown large Rathalos.
I already had one of them at that point.
Yeah.
Right now,
that was the only gimmick about it, I think.
Generations, but in World's Engine, yeah, basically. Generations had a hype roster.
Well, the thing is, like, Generations was meant to be the greatest hits compilation of Monster Hunter, and I think we maybe got a little while to go before we are due another one of those.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying I think we could do like Fatalis has Awakened, a Fated 4, but for the old world. But it doesn't necessarily have to be old world monsters. Like, what would you want to see as like a Fated 4 for the old world?
Well, considering like I don't know if like I would go in all in on like the idea of like it has to be 4 monsters, because like I think that was part of like I suppose Generations' other kind of big draw was that it was 4 monsters as the box art monster rather than just one. Like, they took the place of the box art monster, i.e. your Magnamalo or Malzeno for this.
Yeah.
So in that case, I mean, like, box art monsters, I always like when they're brand new. Like, I always like them to be like coming in with a new monster that we've not seen before.
Yep,
so I would like to see something new there.
Fair enough. Alright, okay. I got a better question for you.
Okay.
Alright. In Monster Hunter World 2, what sort of wacky crossover event shenanigans do you think we can expect to see given the updated success of Capcom in since the release of World? Because goddamn Capcom, they are nailing it right now. It's a good time to be a Capcom stockholder, shareholder. You're eating good.
Yeah, definitely. I think that, you know, depending on how much, like how f- how like fantastic it does. I'm obviously hoping it does well. Maybe some FF16 crossover. That would
Yeah,
be nice.
obviously we can't really say what the monster would be then because we haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know. I want it to be Marlboro.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think this like these games are crying out for a chance to fight Marlboro. Think all
Alright.
the status effects that you can get in this game,
Yeah, okay, interesting, yeah.
and like to just have it on status effect randomizer. How would you prepare for that? Like that's a gimmick that would be, it would be you'd have to almost treat it like the real Marlboro monster, and that you just guard against the status effects that you can like the ones that you really don't want to get hit with, like stone or confusion.
Fuck man, it would be like hentai Alatreon.
Plus, I mean, it would be a total new thing. It would be a plant based monster.
Yeah, okay, you're selling it to me.
Yeah, I would
Definitely
be into
selling
that.
it to me, yeah. Let's see, what else has Capcom had? Oh, we could get more DMC crossover with DMC5 being out.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, like, have there been? I'm just trying to think. What would the creature be in that case? Would they just do a Valstrax with blue flames and call it like a Virgil dragon?
That's more Nero. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, alright. Let me think, what else have Capcom got that we could do? Oh, okay, hear me out.
The Dante quest would have to be like Glavinus.
I think, I think there's something here, right? What if we
Uh-huh.
do, it's a version of Rajang.
Oh, speaking of which, here we go, boys.
Oh, piss, is that with that question mark on the
I'm
numbers?
gonna wake him up
Why would you do it?
because
Why would you do it?
because I'm gonna take this monkey and use it to smack around the other monkey.
You goddamn animal. Why would you bring that evil thundering down upon us?
But by the way, the music has had an uplift. Like a lot of the music in this game has had like a special uplift for like the individual monster themes. We've not really gotten to. I mean, there are a couple of monsters that have had them so far, like Zinogre and Narga. But I particularly like what they've done with Rajang's theme.
Yeah, some of the music in this is a little funky. I'm not sure I like Proof of a Hero as much in this version.
He's awake,
Oh, why did you
coming
do
to
it?
you.
Why did you do it?
He will chase me all the way as well, which is brilliant.
You don't need trap bugs for that boy, he's angry.
No, yep, he's angry. He wants to pound me into the ground like a tent peg.
Yeah, he's just gonna hunt you down like a T-1000.
Come on, Rajang. There we go. Now you're moving.
Stay where you are. Don't bother coming this way, Rajang.
Right, where is he? Oh Lord.
What's the benefit of bringing him over here?
He will knock the shit out of Bishutin. And
us.
we'll get to ride on him. Here he comes.
Oh my god. Genuinely terrible. Oh my god!
Come on, Rajang. No! Get your ass back here.
Thank god. Oh, he smelt the stale smell of piss in the air and he got out of there. It was coming from me.
Ah well, we got to see something mildly scary.
That was terrifying. He came in like a goddamn filthy Saiyan monkey.
I don't know why he lost heart. Like why he gave up. I don't know why.
He took pity on me. He is a gracious god. I can't believe you brought that evil upon me.
He is. I mean, he's not. Don't get me wrong. He is not as scary in this as he is in Iceborne. Like they brought him in as an end game monster in that, where in this he's played sort of like mid tier. You do get Furious Rajang in the late game, which gets you that level of fear again.
Yep. Oh god, Rajang's one of the monsters that I really don't like fighting. However, maybe it's better when I'm not using a hammer. Because having to get in Rajang's face is really scary.
Yeah, he is quite scary to fight. I mean, like, just because, like, as well, like the way that you normally fight as well, where you have to get in his face, like for a good portion of the fight, he's just inaccessible to you. Because look, when he rages and hardens up. Oh, yep, okay, party. It's monkey on monkey time again.
Oh shit, here we go. Where is it? Let's see it.
He's right here.
Where's he going? I don't want to miss it. Right, come on boys, fight. Defend your territory. There we go.
Oh, he's lighting up.
Oh, not us. Not us, not us. Oh, God!
Oh, come on, Rajang.
Oh, Jesus.
Play the game.
He's not performing.
Is this because I killed one of you guys earlier?
Every time you go through there, he's screaming, "I'm not a performing monkey!" And away he goes. Right, Fisherton, you must be feeling it by now. Maybe time for you to just have a wee nap, son.
He is cowering a fair bit.
Yeah, he's getting
and
tired.
He's knackered as well. Yeah.
You notice the difference within the gameplay with the sword this week?
There's a lot more jumping.
I changed my switch skill.
Yeah. I've got I've got a jump thing which you saw earlier on. I got a jump for this as well, and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, what have you taken on any additional elements?
No, I've actually found myself quite enjoying it. Right, let's go.
You know what to do.
Yeah, I know what to do. I'm doing it. Don't worry.
You know what to do.
I'm just gonna run as far the fuck away from that other monkey as possible. Go that way. Come on, Vishton. Oh Jesus! Right. Don't know why I'm.
And then
doing this.
if you crash him into the Rajang, then you can ride on it, and then you can do some real damage.
Yep, that's the plan.
That's what I had intended in the first place.
He's not down there. Oh my god, this map.
He is back the way you came, sir.
This map. Right, here we go. Oh god, he's running away again. Get back here. Come here. There we go.
You son of a bitch.
Alright, I am George of the Jungle.
Okay.
Monkey punch. Monkey spit. Monkey spin. Monkey bunga. Oh, monkey unga then bunga. God damn. I make him spit the lightning. Right,
oh, that's the finisher.
Let's go. Come here. Oh, did it miss?
And into the roly poly. The Sonic jump.
Right, now you have my permission to run away, Rajang.
He's
Thank you.
off.
He was most helpful. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know something I've been meaning to check? Hunter's notes, large monsters. Do I have any crowns? Right, I've got a silver on Baggy, silver on Lagombi, silver on Tetra.
So, so now we've had a we've had a near Rajang experience. What about Rajang then? How do you feel about him? You said you didn't enjoy fighting him.
I don't enjoy fighting him, but the thing is, Rajang is a monster. Ooh, Beast Gem, nice. Rajang is a monster that will always elicit a reaction, and some of the monsters in this game that do that, the reaction is, oh, here we go again. I can't be arsed with this.
Yeah.
That's never the case with Rajang. Rajang is one of the few monsters in the game that will always instill fear in me. And because of that, I think he's a particularly powerful monster. He's very memorable. His presence is felt. It feels like a challenging monster. So I'm gonna suggest that he might be in fact an S tier creature.
Okay, so we're 2 for 2 on 8 so far.
Are we? Oh shit! Have I got time?
Yeah. Yeah, Bishaten and Rajang are our only rank S. And I would actually agree, and for quite a lot of the reasons that you mentioned, like each time we've encountered Rajang in these games, it's always been a memorable encounter, whether it's been, you know, seeing him like do the hype beam or like do the crazy like going rage and his arms go red. Or like whether it's like or whether it's like an Iceborne where he's like punching Devil Joe in the face.
Oh yeah, he's got
So
so much personality.
It climbs up on top of him and punches him down. It's so cool.
Yeah, he has so much personality.
Oh, by the way, I think I've seen my favourite turf war in this game so far.
Really?
My favourite turf war in this game so far is Magna Malo versus Betelgeuse.
Okay.
It is quite something. There are DBZ aerial clashes and everything.
Nice. God, Betelgeuse. I'm not looking for it. Got the DP yet? Cancel out the animation with the X button? No.
Yeah, you can press start and get out of the Dango song. If that's what you mean.
No, there's a dragon punch somewhere.
All right.
To be found.
Nice. That'll be in one of the event quests. There's a Street Fighter themed event one.
Oh, sick. Yeah, we said we're probably going to do like a dedicated event quest stream.
Yeah, when we do all the weird and wacky shit.
Yeah, that should be pretty fun.
Go into an arena with like 2 Elder Dragons.
Oh, that was another thing. We'll need to do the arena quest as well.
Yeah, the arena. I would say arena is like my kind of next weakest like element of Monster Hunter. I didn't really do endemic life in World. I didn't do it at all. And see, this game made me care about endemic life because the advantages that it gives you is ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot of really useful stuff, whereas World just had a lot of really pretty stuff that you could find and take back to your room. I do admit, I did actually really like the room in World, and I wish this had something similar.
Yeah.
But you know, you get to hang a few pictures.
Yeah, I've got Knuckles and Tails statues in mine.
Oh, cute. But it's not quite as good as the personal room in World. That was a really good space that you could fully customize, and it was quite cool to bring people over and show them what stuff you had.
So this monster you've chosen for us to fight next, I love this guy.
Yeah,
and now there's 2 of them.
The Dubladons.
Yeah, I love Volvidon. Again, like, just because like he's another one of these monsters that has he has a character.
Fuck me.
He has a character.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the big one of the group, I'd imagine.
So it'll like, oh yeah, he's quite big.
Yeah, I mean, if the other one's bigger than Jesus Christ, that's a gold crown.
Right, so be advised, if you get hit with his stinky cloud, you will not be able to heal, because that is the stench status.
I've got some cleansers.
Good.
What else were we going to say? What was the next tier list then?
Well, let's go for Volvidon.
We happy with Rajang and S?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Because, like, again, let's say, every time we've encountered him in every game he's been in, he's always left an impression.
Yeah. Right, Volvidon. So, Volvidon for me is a really great design. I think he's just awesome to look at, awesome to fight. He's got some similarities to monsters from World, I would say, but they've been improved.
Yeah, I mean, like, underneath it all, it is the Arzuros skeleton.
Yeah.
So, like, you can tell, but, like, when he's standing up on his hind legs and when he's walking around, like, on all fours, like, you can kind of tell, but, like, he has so much mobility. He moves surprisingly quickly.
He does, and he stands up and you think he's going to roll forward and he rolls backwards. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of personality. He's got the whippy tongue.
Yep.
I like this guy a lot. I think he is probably a good contender for A.
Yes, I don't think I would go full S with him because he's not like groundbreaking. Like, I wouldn't be outraged if he wasn't in the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like Zamastros. You know, I'd love for that guy to be around, but I'm not super bummed
please, can we have Zamtrios back? He was so great.
Yeah, he's so funny. There's Zamites in this game. It's such a tease.
Yeah, I know. There's Eroktars as well.
Oh,
in the lava level, there's no Ignactor.
Boo. Boo.
I want the click clack back.
Nice.
That was his thing, he would click his beak.
That's funny. Alright, who's up next?
Okay,
wait, what did we just say for Somnican?
Somnican, I want to say, like, I think you were driving hard for S, but I think I think it's more like an A.
I'll meet you at A.
Yeah, I think like he's not like he's a great design, but for me, in the roster of the game, he's not a standout.
Yeah.
He's just like whenever his hunt pops up, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I could be down for some of this.
Yeah, as long as there's an asterisk on this that says design-wise, he's an S.
Yeah,
he looks great.
If it was looks alone, then it might have made it up there for me. But I think that there's like part of it is like, I suppose, sleep status isn't something that's particularly hard. It's not particularly easy to get excited about. Put it that way.
Yeah. But it suits him perfectly. He has like a really weird, floaty, ethereal...
Yeah, he is the best sleep-inducing monster.
Yeah, he looks like a dream and a nightmare combined. Super appropriate. Alright, so after that then, I guess Almudron, big Somnican.
Yeah, big muddy boy.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of him. When I was playing through Rise for the first time on the Switch, that was actually one of the kind of standout monsters for me, just by its design. I'm a big fan of what it does, and I like the whole mud. It's better than like Bizarrios mud, you know, something like that. Like there's a lot more to this one. He's throwing the goofy balls. He's swimming around in it. He's making the thing. The other guy just
he does more with mud than Baroth or Girotoris do.
Yeah, exactly. And I really like the design of it. I think it's a cool fight as well. So I'm gonna push for A for this boy.
And the fact that they've animated him really, really well in this gives us hope for Lagiacrus.
Yes.
Because that's more or less the same shape.
Yes, exactly. Very cool monster. New to this game, right?
Yes, new to this game.
Yeah, I like him. I think he fits with the world as well.
Yeah, because like there is definitely, I mean, there's definitely there's a very Japanese theme going on with, you know, like traditional mythological Japanese almost.
Yeah.
Going on with Rise, of course. You know, it's impossible to ignore. But like Almadron, because of that, like he does fit in really well. Same with Mizusune. This game is Mizutsune's home away from home.
Oh yeah, Mizutsune is right at home here.
Right, how about we take this Volvidon and go and crash it into the other one?
Let's go compare sizes. We'll be like insecure dudes in the shower.
Oh yeah, this one's quite a bit smaller.
Right, okay. How did I get there? This way. Right, who's after Almadron? Ooh, I've got another pretty strong contender that I remember fighting. How do you feel about the boy Gosharag?
Oh, absolutely adore Gosharag. He's one of my nominations for S tier.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely yes.
And what makes you say that?
Well, so firstly, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist?
No.
Right. Okay. We do. I think you should address that at some point because it's one of the better animes out there in my opinion.
Brotherhood or the other what one am I watching?
Brotherhood, because the original series they were writing that as the manga was still being written and they had to make their own ending a la Game of Thrones.
Ah, okay.
So like definitely do Brotherhood because that is like the story as it is intended. But there is a character in that, a minor villain character, who he is a serial killer.
Right.
He wears a mask.
Right.
And he is known as Barry the Chopper.
Right.
And he's like the comic relief character. He's like the Yajirobe of Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
He's played for laughs all the time.
I can see why.
But because he does love killing. It's his favorite thing. And he's just the best at killing. And wants anyone who listens to know that.
They say hilarious things like, "Oh, I love killing, I do."
Oh, there I go killing again. But is he trapped? Right, okay, that's cool. So yeah, now looking up Barry the Chopper, like obviously like his look, I don't think that's like a spoiler for the show, like just to know what he looks like. If you put Gos Harag and Barry the Chopper next to each other, they are the same picture.
Right, okay.
And
Corporate need you to find the difference between these two pictures.
And I cannot unsee it. And I sort of project his personality onto him because of that.
Right, okay, there's a lot of personal bias going into that S rank then.
There is. But I think it's because there is a very definite design choice that's been done here, and I think it may even be a reference.
Is it S by association?
Possibly. but yeah, it's like the mask, the kind of the mask is very, very, very similar to that sort of like bony faceplate that he has. It's even got the little horns.
Okay.
It's very. I would say it's. If it was a reference, like a legitimate, conscious reference, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that in terms of aesthetic and like what he actually does, he looks the part as the big Yeti monster, but then you get the amazing inclusion of him forging himself ice swords on his arms.
Yeah, and like the first time around, he does like he does an ice sword. In the higher rank quests, he will do an ice club. He might even do dual ice swords. And like he can also like sort of not blade beam, but like kind of it can like fling the ice blades off at you at range.
That's cool.
So he does a lot more tricks, and later on in the game where you fight him again.
I forgot the high rank they had new moveset. Oh, it's making me so excited to fight everything in high rank.
Yeah.
Which, good job getting this far tonight, by the way. I think we've done really well.
Yeah, I think we're absolutely killing it. We're making great progress. We're basically doing like we've done just short of like 2 tiers of HR in the stream.
Yeah.
Because like I think is it after this one that we'll get the urgent?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay.
So we can either start next stream with the urgent, or if you've got time, we can give it a try. It's up to you.
Well, let's see what it is. Why not? We'll see what it turns up with.
I did not mean to put that trap down.
That's okay. I've got one for when he is actually vulnerable.
Yeah, I was menuing and I was trying to heal. Alright, you big smelly shit. Well, you wee smelly shit, because the other one was the big smelly shit. So I'm gonna say that Gossarag is probably more of an A for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he quite reaches the upper echelons of S rank. When I see him, I think he's very cool, but he doesn't elicit the same intense emotion as Rajang.
Yeah, so like I really enjoy the fight, and like part of the reason that I do is because of the shape of him, because he's another one that's like
Scarpered.
I'm pretty sure he's another one that's like Arzuro's skeleton, but he seems like so much taller and broader, and because of that, he's an unusual target to hit.
Do you like him because he reminds you of you?
But because he's an unusual target to hit, like his weak points are high up, and like when he does prepare himself like an ice weapon, you're like, oh fuck, I need to attack that ice weapon to get rid of it because he does so much more damage with it on.
Yeah.
Like that's so there's like a and like you know towards the end, like he starts doing his beam attack more, and he maybe switches to the double blades and stuff, like towards the end of the fight as well. So there is a kind of degree of what feels like progression. I think that's what kind of seals it for me. But I'm happy to stick him in A.
Yeah, solid arguments. I just feel like S should be reserved for something
for the real special ones.
A little bit more.
Above and beyond.
Yeah, I would even be inclined to say that Fishaten's maybe just a really high, like the top A, but not necessarily an S.
So
really.
A plus.
Yeah, like he is amazing, but really S should be reserved for the really special stuff. But I don't know, we'll see. Right, Who's
Bring him
next?
over here.
Who else have we got? Oh god, no, he's leaving.
No.
Never mind.
Okay, fine.
One chop to the chin, that was it.
Brilliant. Alright, so Goss is in A. Let's see. So going to the other stuff that we get around the time of Goss, you get Nargacuga at that tier.
Oh, Narga's straight A for me, no questions asked.
Gnarly Cougar.
I really like Gnarly. Oh my god, I keep thinking that's his actual name now. I really like Narga. He was one of the old monsters that was in it when I first started playing. He was on the box of the second Monster Hunter game that I ever got.
Nice. Did you know that there is a variant Nargacuga in Sunbreak?
No.
Yeah, it is a Lucent Nargacuga, a white one that goes invisible.
Cool. I remember when all we had was screens in Nargacuga and we didn't know what it was and people thought it was a black Tigrex.
Huh.
It was an exciting time.
I have to say, right, obviously we've not got to Tigrex yet, right, but I disagree with anyone, including the developers of this game, when they call that thing Tigrex.
Yeah, it's Tigrex.
It's the whole Tidus thing all over again.
No, it's a Tigrex. It's
Yes.
got tiger stripes. It's a Tigrex.
Yeah, it's
like
it's a Tiger Rex.
Oh, Mizutsune.
Ah, Bubbles again.
Yeah.
Round 2 with the Soap Dragon.
Yeah, what do you think? You start next one or end this one?
End this one. Let's get it out of the way, and we'll start afresh next week, not with a monster we've fought before.
Spicy. I think that the two streams back to back is a really good look at, like, here's the difference between high rank and low rank, because it's basically the same stuff we fought but just at different tiers.
Yeah, so it's almost like you get it's like a preview of like the mid game.
Yeah. Right, I will be right back. I'm just gonna pee before we fight this thing.
So how we doing in chat, guys? Are you enjoying Monster Hunter? So it is very easy for us to get like super engrossed in this because we both really like this game. And as Dargo said, like we have played, like each of us, we have both played the base game up to a point on the Switch, because that's where we had it first, of course. And like that, I don't know. It does feel a little bit different on. It does feel a little bit different on this. I don't know why, but it does. And I think maybe it's just being back doing it with friends that just makes it seem so much better, because these games are at their best when you're doing them with other people. So I'm going to go into standby for when he comes back. Any monsters standing out for anyone tonight? I mean, I know we had Kezu earlier on. That's probably uncomfortable viewing for a few of you. I think I saw Bebob saying he that thing makes him uncomfortable. I didn't have to ask which monster that was. So I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna change up the dog every week as well. Like, whereas we've had we had Amaterasu last week and we had Cyberdog this week. We're gonna have something else next week. I think I've got an idea what it's going to be, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change up the dog every week because in Code Vein, it was really good when Dargo kept switching up the character. So I'm going to change up the dog. Probably change myself gradually as well. Like the keen-eyed amongst you might have noticed my armor's changed. I'm doing total fashion in this game so far.
Alright, let's do this.
See that? I don't know if we've really spoke about this before, but see the hunting horn at the start of the quest. That's how we hit a dopamine.
That's satisfying, isn't it?
Just.
It really is an excellent, like, and the hunt begins noise.
Aye, it is just a little shot of the good.
The good. It's like somebody's playing a little hunting horn and they're giving us a wee buff right at the start.
So I've decided as well. I was saying to the chat while you were away. I've decided we're gonna have a new dog every week.
Okay.
I'm gonna change up the dog every week. Since you changed up the character in Code Vein every week.
Master of puppies.
Love it. Obviously, there's slightly less options because it will be like kind of the armor set of the moment. But there's a few kind of like layered armor options we can play around with as well, which will be good. You get layered armor tickets in this game, so
yeah,
they're quite easy to get.
Man, forget how big these things are.
Yeah. I love this guy's music.
Mizutsune's just an excellent monster, just design-wise, moveset-wise, gimmick-wise. It's just really well done, guys. Like, the guys, the people that are in charge of designing the new monsters for Monster Hunter are certainly not running out of juice anytime soon.
Yep.
We're not at Pokemon territories where we're just looking around the room going, oh fuck, right, okay. Oh my god.
Mizutsune could be a Pokemon.
He could be, yeah.
Like the design, like he's a slightly more detailed version of a Pokemon, essentially.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that.
And I love how they gave him the sort of rainbow chrome on his scales in this game.
Yeah, mate, it really helps him stand out and look awesome, and it's going to be a nightmare to try and fucking paint that if I ever get many.
I'm sure you could probably get that that sort of effect like as a luster paint, couldn't you?
Yeah, probably. It'll probably
just paint over everything for it.
It'll probably be like a tenner for a wee pop for Games Workshop.
Aye, and you'll use it all on this.
Just base coat and then slather the iridescent paint on it.
So we were talking about monsters that, you know, obviously that go above and beyond and are therefore worthy of S tier. I would say Mizutsune falls in that category.
Okay.
Because, well, I was going to give a justification. Don't don't give up yet.
Okay, I'm listening.
So, not only have we got, like, you know, pretty unique moves from this monster, we have a unique status effect, which no other monster does.
Yep, pretty cool.
Accompanied by Bewitching Dance, which is a really great piece of music.
Yep.
Fuck, just look at it.
strong arguments here. No lies detected. Oh
plus,
my God.
He's a perfect candidate for any number of classic Monster Hunter nicknames.
Yeah.
Bubbles, the Soap Dragon.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I'll give you that. He is pretty awesome in almost every conceivable way. So, yeah, I think Mizu can squeak his way into the S tier.
Yep, and he squeaks in, working the other contestants into a lather.
Yes, he does. God, yeah, he's just so stylish.
Yeah, and do you know what's really funny? Like the Mizutsune lore is actually really funny. Have I spoke about this on stream before?
I'm not sure you have.
Yeah, so Monster Hunter lore is actually like really dense. It's quite dry in a lot of places, which makes it like kind of boring to talk about for the most part. But there are a couple of like gems here and there, and the Mizutsune ecology is quite funny. So canonically, all the Mizutsune that we fight in Monster Hunter are male.
Okay.
Because normally Mizutsune are chill as fuck. They just like to hang around in mountain springs, you know, work up a bit of a foam, eat some things, and move along. Until it comes to mating season, where there's loads of like territory displays. They're kind of like deer in the sense that like all the males like rut with each other.
Right.
And basically that basically means that all the Mizutsune we're fighting are sexually frustrated.
Oh my god.
Because they're trying to attract a mate, and there's things in their territory and they hate it. And then obviously if you get a Mizutsune that has not been able to pair off and has endured like attacks by other monsters and become older and wiser, they get the big incel energy and become a soul seer Mizutsune.
I have turned to the books, brother, for there is no desire of the flesh worthy of my knowledge. I have got 5 million karma on Reddit. And a fully maxed character on RuneScape Classic.
Yep. In fact, if you need anything made in RuneScape, I'm a smith.
Behold unto me, for there was a prophecy, a number was foretold, and that number was 1337.
It's a shame that Soulseer Mizutsune doesn't have a big purple neck beard.
Soulseer Mizutsune has a massive collection of in-the-box action figures.
So I can't remember the variation of Mizutsune that we get in this. I know it's not Soulseer, but it's like Violet Mizutsune or something, and it's like the bubbles are like fire bombs, essentially. Like they explode with like blue fire and stuff.
That sounds as beautiful as it is deadly.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but he blue screen for a minute.
He's looking tired now. He's buffering. Hold still. Yeah, he's getting real tired. Good time for the old trap soon. Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Okay. Who can we run him into?
Ooh, let's take him to Bisherton. Can we go up this way? Yes.
Oh shit!
What?
I picked up one of the little goodies on the floor, and it was a Mizutsune plate.
Oh, nice. Right, can't go that way. Gotta go this way.
The Mizutsune Greatsword is one of the best looking weapons in this game that I've seen so far.
That's the other thing that I'm looking forward to getting into now that we are in high rank and killing stuff actually matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like for parks and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to getting into Fashion Hunter.
Oh yeah, I'm already there, but like, that's because like I really like the fashion of it was the Dragonbane layered armor, which I think was a bundle bonus thing.
Yeah, Fashion Hunter really is like a whole extra sub-game within a game in this game. And I'm here for it, I really am. I want all the armor sets, I want to look fabulous in every occasion, I want to have all the best skills for every monster. I want to be that guy that has a loadout for every specific monster we can encounter.
I'd settle for having a different charge blade for all occasions. I'm totally in like tactician mode when I play these games.
No, I used to have it set out, like I had my Diora hunting set, I had my Nergigante hunting set, all with different skills, and this is in World. And it was awesome.
See, I kind of more went on builds because like there would be like a skill that I'd want to try. So like I'll maybe do like a Zenogre armor set that does like latent power, and I'll like max out on latent power. Or like the one that I really liked in World was Agitator.
Yep.
So like Agitator like used to give you, I think it was 25% bonus when the monster was raged.
Yeah.
And in Iceborne they brought out the Brachydios, the slime boxer.
Yeah, I like that guy.
The Brachydios armor set was like you could get Agitator up to max. Get him! Tranquilizers.
Nailed it.
Yeah!
Good job. Right, let's take a look at the board and see what we'll be hunting next week.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely pick up all the little goodies that are lying around, because you might just get a plate like I just did again. Holy shit!
Nice.
We're making out like bandits.
You are. And you deserve it. That's been another excellent week of hunting. I've had so much fun playing this. Let's see, do we get anything good in the reward?
Oh my god, what is this? Right, okay, so another plate on the reward screen. Going all the way down, and get the Mizusune Water Orb as well, the gem.
Holy shit.
Damn.
What a way to end for you, eh? Holy shit.
Looks like we may have some Mizusune gear next week.
Yeah, it looks like. Holy shit, that's awesome. Congratulations.
I'll run the Bubble Knight build. There is actually a build that allows you to use the slip and slide to your advantage.
Oh, nice. Right. Oh, Wind Serpent Ibushi. We're talking about it.
Oh, damn. Okay, so if that's what we're starting with...
that's what we're talking about. I think that's what we're building towards.
That is awesome.
Let's have a look. High rank.
That's a hell of a start next week if we're on to the Wind Serpent Ibushi already.
No, that's what we're building up to.
That's what we're building up to, right? Okay.
Yeah, we've got one more. I mean, we've seen most of these. I could just get it. I could do these like myself and then start the next one with. What are we on? 6 star. We could start next week with the 6-star Urgent, which is Wind Serpent.
Right, nice. And yeah, it's stuff we've fought against already. Zenogre, love Zenogre. But yeah, like it's stuff we've already fought. That's fine. Could obviously do up to that, and then you've got then we can start off with Ibushi next time. I'm down with that.
And I've got all these other quests that I can do solo as well, just to keep me busy.
Yep, everything that rank and below, essentially.
Yep. Awesome. Right, well that's it's been a good week's hunting. Thanks anybody for watching. It's done. Jesus, everybody wants to speak to me. Fucking hell. I'm HR6, you're HR30. Let's see how ridiculous that can get by next week.
Indeed.
Yeah, thanks for playing, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm back on Thursday finishing Journey to the Savage Planet.
And I'll be back next week for the next hunt, which, by the looks of things, will be one of our first big bosses when Serpent Ibushi.
Yes, very excited. Right, peace, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.